So, good morning, everybody. It's a new round in Menorca Open. Anna is going to play the fourth round, and it's very, very early. I hope you have waken up, everyone. It's very early on Menorca. It's close to 10 o'clock, and also here in Sweden where I am sitting. And I am Pia Cramling. I am Anna's mother. I will try to explain the ideas, why the players play the way they do. And so Anna, she's going to play against a player, Sung Yui Yang. I hope I pronounce it correctly, from Taiwan. And Anna is the high rated player, and the players have not arrived yet, but they will come at any moment. So this is the fourth round in Menorca Open. Anna is having 1 out of 3. She lost the first game against a high-rated player from China, a very young player from China who was 400 rating points ahead of Anna. The second game yesterday morning, she won against a Spanish player who was below Anna. And then yesterday evening, Anna played a very tough King's Indian with white. She was playing well again, but in the end, she went wrong and she lost against a player from Germany who was like 300 points ahead of her. So we can see that Anna is playing players who either have lots of points rating over her, or here she is playing against someone with about 200 points less. Her opponent has actually made a very good result here, I would say. He's like close to 1900, but he has made 2 draws against players who had 2100, so against stronger players, and then he lost 1 game. So he has made 2 draws and 1 loss. Anna has won 1 game and 2 losses, and they will start at any moment, but you see they are not there yet, and this is very typical. It's a morning round, it's 10 o'clock, the game should start at any moment, but it's not easy to get up so early, also because they were playing 2 games yesterday. Some players might have been playing until maybe 9:30, very, very late yesterday, and then you have to start again. And today there were going to be 2 more games. There is another double round, so it's a very, very tough schedule. Anna and all the players in the tournament will play now 10 o'clock, and there is a new game at 5 o'clock again. So here Anna is today playing with the black pieces. This is very logical. She played first game, she was white, second game black. Yesterday she was white, and now she is black again. Yeah, and an issue for Anna, of course, has been the time, but we shouldn't forget that this is a tournament with classical time, but it's quicker than normal. It's quicker than lots of the official tournaments. And here we can see Anna is there on the board. She is coming. We can see her opponent. They are both there. And here will we see if they will start at any moment. You can see the score sheets are on the board, and the score sheets are is where you have to write down the name of your opponent, the name of yourself. You can write down the round, the date, and then you need to write down the moves when they are played, or you can actually write it half move later. But you need to keep track of the game with the score sheet, even though the games are played online. But this is an old tradition we have, and the score sheets could be useful if you need to claim something. Maybe you want to claim a draw. You can claim a draw if the same position will occur on the game 3 times. But don't forget, if you want to claim, you have to stop the clock before you go in to make the third move. And then you're saying, I will make this move, the same position will be on the board 3 times, I'm claiming a draw. And this is normally what you do if you feel that you are having a tough position, you are inferior. And also, if there are no pawn moves in 50 moves, you can also claim a draw. So they are starting at any moment. Her opponent is 33 years old, 33, maybe 32. He's born to 91. And here Anna starts the clock. And let's see. And we can see how they have such a big board for themselves. I think that's very nice. Here the first move came. It was d4. Her opponent played d4. And let's see what Anna will play. d4, d5, knight f3. The moves are blitzing out. They are coming very quickly here. And here we have it again, d4, d5, knight f3. So this is a queen's gambit. It can be different kinds of queen's gambit. Anna plays e6. And now we have c4, and here they are just blitzing out the moves. And of course, when you know what you want to do, this is very good to do, just to play them out very quickly. And so this is Anna is playing on Menorca, in this beautiful Menorca Open with about 360 players, I would say. There are A group with 270, maybe a little more, around 270 players, I would say. And Anna was rated 191, maybe something like that. It could be a little different, but around 181 among these players. So it's a very strong tournament, and that also explains why Anna, in these 4 games, she has played against 2 players with very, very high rating, with much rating than Anna herself. And twice she's playing against a player who has less rating than herself. But we shouldn't forget, we shouldn't look too much at the rating, because what actually decides is how you play at the board. You always need to play well, and there can be some certain positions a player know very, very well and be not so good at other position, and that could explain why the rating is not so high. So, my voice, it's a little bit too early for me. I will take a bit of water here. So now Anna is thinking, so what could she think of here? Yeah, you can go, the most normal move to play here would be to go knight f6. We have a kind of queen's gambit. You could take on c4 here also if you want to go some, play queen's gambit accepted. You can play, this is like, you can play like this, a kind of Slav, and you can also go c5, then we have a Tarrasch. These are the 3 main moves here in this position. So I will take a bit of water. And I think it's very nice how they're sitting. They have a whole board for themselves. We only can see Anna and her opponent, no other players. So they have quite a lot of space. And I like that, because when I'm playing, I always have a lot of water. I have coffee, tea, so and also for the score sheets. And so it's nice to have this space. Also, you have a little bit of space with the board, because the digital chessboard is quite big, which is nice to play on. You have these beautiful wooden pieces. And here Anna played bishop e7 here. She played bishop e7. This is absolutely fine to play like this also, but I would say bishop e7 she played here. Yeah, this is not one of the moves I really thought of, but it could just be in transposing here. Knight c3 and knight f6 was played, and now it came very quickly instead. So here we have a normal queen's gambit. We have a normal queen's gambit with the bishop to e7. Black can play in lots of different ways. Anna chose to put the bishop on e7. So here white can go bishop f4, you can go bishop g5, you can also go g3 and e3. So this, I would say, are the main move. Bishop g5, bishop f4. No, this is what I play. Is another move, 1 and 2. You can also go g3. You go into Catalan, where you already played knight to c3. This is absolutely possible. And now bishop f4 was played. Yes, there are lots of over-the-board tournaments, I would say, everywhere. Also in Sweden we have, but I would say that if you compare Sweden and Spain, in Spain you have so many tournaments, but of course we also have over-the-board tournaments. In Sweden, actually, we have a Grand Prix, which is quite curious. We have weekend tournaments, but there are also over-the-board all the time. There are also lots of activities in the clubs. So there are lots of tournaments in the clubs. So it's if you want to look for over the board tournaments, you can always find it. I would say you can find it everywhere. You just have to find the kind of tournaments you would like to play. So this bishop f4, so the idea is looking at the pawn on c7. So now bishop f4 came here, and this is one of the two main moves to play. So so the idea for white is to go out with the bishop and then to develop this pawn. So this is quite logical. You go out the bishop. Now it's looking here. So black can play in different ways here now. You're not really scared of knight b5 coming. So you can go castling here, absolutely. Knight b5 is coming. You have a check here. So this is absolutely one of the way of playing this. Now you can also go a little move like c6 here, but otherwise, I would say castling e3, and here you can even go if you want b6, or you can start with knight b7. You're never scared of this move because you can actually give a check, which is very, very annoying for black. White, if you come here, yeah, we have this beautiful pin. This will just go into disaster. And if you play the king here, we can defend this in a easy way. Actually, we can go bishop a5 if you want to. We could even go knight e8. But this is, so even if this bishop, this is the position we have here. This bishop is looking at c7. And it's more that it's some long-term pressure, and actually you wanted to develop the bishop. You wanted to go bishop to f4 or g5, and these are actually the two main moves in this position. So, and after white is planning to go e3, develop the bishop and castling. And it could be, if Anna go here, you can go e3. But let's say we go knight b7. I'm just wondering, bishop d3. Sometimes we can try to go after this knight. No, we cannot. d5 is hanging, sorry. I'm not awakened here. But I'm just wondering if we can play. Maybe here we have a move like knight h5. So it could be, if you play like this, you go h3. And we have a position like this. And this little move is just to defend. It's just the plan with this little move is, one is, for the end games, it's good not to be, that you have no last rank problems. You have a little bit air for the king. But the main idea is that after knight h5, you can bring back the bishop. And this knight is not standing here well on the rim. So a move like knight h5, you only play if you think you can win this bishop in a position like this. So bishop f4 was played. Bishop f4 was played. So here I would say castling is absolutely the main move to play here. You can transpose. You can go. You can even go knight b7 here. Yeah, you could play that also, but that's not. Yeah, it would actually only transpose. So you can go castling here, you can develop this knight, and you can see that this knight doesn't belong to here, because here you have no really good way of playing against the center with this one here. But when this knight coming here, we can see that the c-pawn can be moving 1 or 2 steps. You have more flexibility, probably, and you have this bishop will probably come up on b7. Like either you go b6, bishop b7, or you will go, maybe later on you will take on c4, knight b6, and c5, and you can bring it out to d7. So this is the position. This is here. We have it like this. We should put it on from black side. Bishop f4 was played, and this is just a very, very common way of playing in this position. Bishop f4 or to play bishop g5, I would say, are the most common. But g3, Catalan has also been very popular. And this is very logical. You go out with the bishop. Now the plan is to go e3. You're bringing out the other bishop. And like that, all white's pieces are active. So in this kind of position, Anna has played this lots of times with white, but normally she is putting her bishop maybe on g5. She has played it lots of times with white, and so it's just a quite logical way of playing. You have a little bit more of space, but black is going to strike the play against the center. Yeah, why is Anna spending time? One is that we both Anna, also me, her mother, we are long thinkers. We like to think. Her opponent played his bishop f4. It's possible that Anna hadn't made up her mind how she will play against this. But I would also say that when you play in the morning rounds, the moves come a little bit slower. And this is what I remember, because this is very typical. That even in old days, when it was normal to play one game each day, and double rounds was quite unusual, but the last round used to be a morning round, and I could always see how the games were much slower. There were also bigger mistakes. So I just think that now after bishop f4, Anna hasn't made up really how she wants to play against this, but this is just a very well-known position. And bishop f4, bishop g5, both of them are so popular actually. So I would say castle is absolutely normal move. And we can see here now white has developed 1, 2, 3 pieces. Black has developed 1 and 2 pieces. So logical is to go just to develop the king. She can also go knight b7. This is absolutely no problem to play. Absolutely not there. But there's not so many things to choose for. And actually, castling is just such. But after castling, castle was also played. Anna took a little bit of time, but here she came. Here she played it. And this is absolutely the most normal move. You castle, and then after you decide how. And now e3 came directly. Now, playing this move, knight h5 is not so good, I would say. You have bishop e5. And now, if you go something like this, I just want to show, maybe even here now, the pawn is hanging on d5. You see, I'm not awakened here myself. But going knight h5 is not the plan yet. You could go, so here, knight b7 is a move. You can even go b6 if you want. You can go c6 and c5. These are the main moves for me. 1, 2, which is quite popular. Then you have to be ready to play with an isolated pawn, but that is absolutely fine to play also. That is absolutely fine to play also. And so I would say 1, 2, 3, and maybe even b6 already now here. These are the main move to play for white in a position, and for black here, I would say. An isolated pawn. Yeah, what is an isolated pawn? It's a pawn that stands alone. So I will, that is a pawn that stands alone. I will not move here, but I will show it later on. And when you have an isolated pawn, it means if you take away e pawn and c pawn, the d5 would be an isolated pawn. So how can I show this now in a good way? Yeah, I will make like e3 was played. Let's say Anna played this. I just want to show you this. This is an isolated pawn. No pawn on the e file, no pawn on the c file. So you have a pawn standing alone. This is an isolated pawn. And when you do it for the long term, this is good to play against the isolated pawn. The endgames are good, and the main thing is for white to keep control of the square in front of the pawn. But your open files, you get more piece activity, and you want to say that your active pieces will compensate for that you have a worse pawn structure, you have a pawn standing alone. So e3 was played here. Has Anna played? No, she hasn't. Let's see if they have been playing. She played b6 here. Here we have the position. Bishop d3 came. Here it is. So I guess we'll have now bishop b7. Could this be castling? This could absolutely be very normal to play here. So bishop d3. Her opponent is playing very quickly, and this is a very practical way of playing that. That when you can, you know what you want to play, you play the most quickly. And Anna played bishop b7, which is of course the idea. So this bishop, we saw here, the bishop is hitting the wall. When it comes out here, if Anna sometimes take here, you can see how this will open up. And with the bishop on b7, Anna is having a grip of this square, e4. So, she is challenging the center. She is controlling the center. So this bishop from behind, together with the pawn and the knight, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces, and they take control here. So this is absolutely one very normal way of play. I would say castling and knight b7 would be very normal in a position like this here now. So Her opponent can also take on d5. This is absolutely possible. And if you take on d5, it could be, if you take like this, actually, this could be the way to take like this. I'm not sure. You're not scared of taking c7, but I'm wondering in position like this, maybe we go rook c8 and we are planning some c5. This is absolutely a way of playing here. So it could be, we just have to be a little bit careful with the back rank. So this is, let's see here now, but bishop b7 was played. Now her opponent is taking a little bit of time, and so here we have it. Sorry, I will put it like this. So what can he do? Castling is for me the most normal move. He can take on d5. These are the two moves I would consider. Yeah, he can play a little move like rook c8, rook c1 if you would like to. And with rook c1, he wants to put pressure on c7. So that is absolutely also a normal way of playing here, I would say. So now on in this tournament, which is very, very strong. Oh, sorry, my voice is not awakened so early in the morning. So we have players. We have one player, Erigashi Aryun from India, who has 27.56. Lots of players between 26 and 27, and there are a huge tournament. And I love these kind of tournaments where you have all kinds of players on different levels and they play all in the same group. So if you're lucky, you're amateur, you can get to play one of these very, very strong players. And now after 3 rounds, there are 9 players on 3 points. There are still 9 players who has won all their games, but there's still 6 games to go in the tournament. They are playing 9 games, and that is very, very common that you play 9 games in an open tournament, because for 9 games you can make different norms if you make a good result. And what kind of norms, it depends on how you are doing, you perform it. He took on d5, and now actually Anna now it's a very, very important moment. Take with a knight or take with a pawn. These are the two and it will, yes, changed it completely, the pawn structure. You can take with a knight, but if you take with a knight and white takes again, I just guess you can we take with the queen? I don't think are we scared of this pawn move coming here. It could be we get some activities, but you're coming back here. Will we have knight before here, and what is the plan? Can we go something like this? But this could absolutely be very good. I don't know, bishop c6 or a5, and we can see that now you don't have this castle, you will just lose an exchange. So this is a little bit a dream for black. So it could be knight takes, I guess, here. So you don't take with the bishop. This is very important. Black can take with 1 and 2 pieces, with the knight or with the pawn, not with the bishop. Why don't we take with the bishop? Even if the bishop and the knight, they're worth 3 points, they are about the same. To have the bishop pair could be a long-term advantage. So giving away the bishop, you want something back. It could be that you win time. It could be that you give your opponent a double pawn. It could be something else. But we don't give away the bishop too easily. We want to have something back. Maybe we get better control in the center. But if Anna would take like this, we can see this is the weeks where her opponent would just grab here, and we can see it's a hole on c6 and b6. It would be better to have this pawn structure. This would be so much better. There are weakness here now, because if we can go back with the pawn, we would put this on c6. This would be fine to play. With the pawn on b6, it's not so fine to play like this. So in this position, Anna can only consider 2 moves: to take back with the knight or with the pawn. That is very, very important. And if she takes with the knight, there will be a threat taken on f4, and then also doubling the pawn. So white would never go like this, because we would be very happy to play this position. It would be maybe equal, but it would be a nice equal for black here, absolutely. So if Anna take with the knight, knight. She is planning to take the bishop, and the most logical is that her opponent will take here, and in a position like this, Anna can take back with the queen. She can give away this pawn or take with the bishop. To take with the pawn would not be good when we have changed one of the knights here. It would just make it easier for white to put pressure against on the queen side. So here we have the position, and yeah, the strongest piece on the board is of course the queen. That is of course the queen, but there are position where it could be stronger to have two rooks. Maybe even a rook and a bishop could be stronger than a queen. And we all have our favorite pieces to play with. I have some favorite squares. I love to have a knight on c4 with white, with black. If I manage to get a knight on e5, which is not possible for my opponent to take away with a pawn, I would just love that. So it depends so much on the position, but if I had an open position with a two bishop pair, that's also a dream. So it's so, yeah, it depends all on the position you have. But what is very important to look at your pawns. The pawns are the soul in the position, so it's good to try to keep the pawns healthy. But sometimes we can take, like I told you before, an isolated pawn, and we want to compensate it with activity, which means that if you play with an isolated pawn, an isolated pawn is a pawn which stands alone and doesn't have any pawns on the side from the same color. So if I'm black, if I have a lonely pawn on d5, no pawn on c, no pawn on e, it's an isolated pawn, then you need to have lots of pieces to play with. And when you're playing against an isolated pawn, you want to exchange pieces. Anna played e take d5. Thank you so much. Yo, I have to wake up here now. Thank you so much. She took e take d5, and this was absolutely possible to play now here. Castling was played. Now I would say c5 is very, very normal to go for this c5, and it meant that if Anna goes c5 and her opponent takes, she should take back with the pawn, and then it's not isolated pawn, but she has hanging pawns. She has hanging pawns, and they are absolutely fine to play. White will hope that one of the pawns will go forward and not with force. If this one goes forward, white would have a beautiful square on d4. And white plan could actually be to even try to get in e4, otherwise to put pressure here. So c5 is absolutely a move to be played here. It could be, I would actually say that this is the most active move here. And the idea to go c5 is after you want to put a knight on c6. And if we come here, and if our opponent play like this, you can absolutely play it, but then we go knight c6 and we start having maybe some threats against d4. We are starting having some threats against d4 here. But so c5 is one move. I would say knight b7 is another move. Both of them are absolutely fine to play here. And I don't know, yeah, you can play maybe a little move like this, but I would say that it's logical to try to develop the knight. We can see that white has gone out with all the four pieces, developed the, put the king into safety, and white hasn't spent the time with h3 because knight h5 has not been a threat in the position. So after knight h5 now, bishop e5 would come, and I'm just wondering, knight d7, and we can go queen c7, put some pressure. We need to go g6, and I'm wondering, and if you go in, if we take this one here, I'm just wondering, maybe we can even take d-take, and we see this knight doesn't have a good way to come back, and this pawn is getting so weak here now. This is getting, you're actually, so it's, this is, but it would be possible to play. Actually, white's plan is to go e4 in some moment, but not with a knight on h5, so it can come to f4. But it could be, actually, knight h5 could be a move, but it looks a little bit strange here. But it could be a move. Yes, to annoy her opponent. If she goes knight b7, I'm wondering, is queen c7 the best move here now? Can we go c5 now, and we put the rook to, I don't know which one, rook e1, rook f1. These are always the things to consider. And here, if you go c4, you will go bishop b5. I don't know if you go g6. We're pushing it here, the bishop here. It looks maybe a little strange to be here, but now, and maybe now you have to go for a6 and b5. This is a way of playing this also, but here we have the position. Last move was played, it was castling. Anna, her opponent, has played very quickly. And even if Anna's opponent is lower rated, I think we shouldn't underestimate him. He has played against 3 players, all far above his own rating, and he has made 2 draws. He has lost against one higher rated. I don't know if this opponent was like 2400, but he had made draw with 2 players on two players with 2100. So this is absolutely a player who is a strong player, and we can see he knows the opening well. He has played his natural move very quickly, but depending on what Anna does, he had to change a little bit. And when Anna went b6, bishop b7, he decided to take on d5. I would say that the most active way of playing here is to go c5. Absolutely. And maybe now knight e5, knight c6. You can even play queen f3 here, because the point is, if we take here, we have this between move and we can take back. And here, it's absolutely possible to play, but it's a little more pleasant for white, this position, because this bishop is passive, this one is active. I would say this is also an active bishop, but this one is passive. It has to defend the pawn here. But we can absolutely play this position, maybe something like queen d7, go a rook to c8, a rook to e8. But if we could get in knight to e4, it would be fine, but white has 1, 2, 3 defending this square, so it's not possible. Let's go back. So c5, I would say, is the most active move to play here. Knight b7 is absolutely also fine. And when you go knight b7, you can actually have, if rook c1 is coming here now, there are threats knight b5, so now we need to go either c6 or c5. We need to go there. We're not really scared of a move like this, because what is the knight doing here? We can even go some activities here. This is getting, I think this will get fine for black, because you get active piece now. So if you go knight b7, rook c1 is a natural move. You can also go, it could be queen c2 is also more stronger, because with the queen you open up for the rooks, and you are also looking at here, the knight is in between, but you are looking at this, and here you're also putting pressure against h7. So what more? Yeah, I would say c5 or knight b7. These are the most natural move. If you want, you can play something a little slow, but not too slow, because white has gone out with all the pieces, so white is now ready to start the middle game, and white will move this queen c2 or e2, put the rook f1, rook ac1. I would believe so, and the rooks, one rook to d1. I think the rook f to d1, but it could be the other way around also, and then to make some action. White will not play for e4, no, because this is the dream for black. Black is dreaming that white wants to go e4, because then it would open up for the bishop. No, white wants to put pressure here on c7. It could also be that white sometimes go, so rook to c1, queen to c2, rook to f1, put all the pieces in center and ask a little bit, what are you going to do? And what is black planning? Yeah, well, black can go c5, and the idea to go c5 now is that if you go c5 now, you can put the knight on c6. It's more active there, putting more pressure on d4, but white can always go knight e5, always go knight e5 after a move like that. So her opponent went up. We can see Anna is deep to fourth. I just do hope she is not going to get too much time travel, but it easily happened when they play these quicker games. And as I said, it seems like 90 minutes for the whole game is quite a lot of time. But when you play chess, the time just run away. And we can see that some games has been going on for like 5-6 hours. So chess can be quite a slow game, take a lot of time. And so 90 minutes plus 30 seconds. These 30 seconds are so important that you get it. So you really have time to win, or you really have time to save your game if you have a draw position. So it's so important, but it's not so much time, and that's why all players who are practical, who can make quick decisions, they are playing the moves immediately. And this is actually what you should do. When you know what to play, just play it, and especially in the opening, when you know the opening, absolutely. But then of course there will be lots of critical moments, or there will be some critical moments, and you need to have this ability to know when you have to stop and think. Because I know some players who are very strong, but they don't really have this to stop thinking, and they just keep on playing quickly, and that makes it possible to make mistake. So it's important to find this balance, how to play. Yeah, no, I know Anna is thinking long, but she has it from her mother, she has it from me. I've always been a very slow player, and in the old days it was easier to be like that, I would say. Now the games has become shorter. We play much slower time control. When I was young, I think we played 40 moves in 2.5 hours each. I think it was 40 moves in 2.5 hours each, and then we got 1 hour per 16 moves, and we could keep on going all until the game was finished. So it could be very, very long games. So it was just very very long time control. But of course chess has to speed up. It was just too long. You couldn't have double rounds with this kind of time. And so it's more practical time control now, even though the most normal is that after 40 moves you get half an hour. But here with the double rounds, or there on MENORCA with the double rounds, they feel it's better to have this quicker time, which is very, very popular in open tournaments. So Anna, she's playing on MENORCA. It's the third time the tournament is held. It's so big, it's so huge. I'm just quite amazed. And MENORCA is not so well known as Mallorca. They belong to the Balearian Islands. You have some other islands there too. Ibiza is very famous. You have Formentera, where they're going to have another strong tournament when this is finished. Anna is not going to be there, but there will be some very strong players also. And you also have Cabrera. So in MENORCA, it's the first time Anna is playing this tournament. I think it's the first time actually she is on MENORCA. And I myself never played this tournament, but I played the Spanish team long time ago on MENORCA. Let's see if Anna, has she made a move or not, or is she still thinking? I don't see it so well. I don't see it so well on her clock, because on the clock I cannot see it. Because it's not, but it looks like it's Anna to move here. So she's taking her time here now. C5 or knight b7. This is one. This is the main move for me. I don't really see any other moves, because you have developed these pieces. You want to. You have also put the king into safety. This is what we do when we are castling. Now it's time. I will actually put, this is the last move played, so you can see what is the last move played. Castling was the last move played. So and now it's black to move. So it's logical to get out with it. And Anna just has to decide why she wanted to play it. She can also go, I want the b5. Let's say we go some rook c1. Is this, no, this is a normal way of playing. Could knight h5 be a possibility? And the idea is coming here. We can go knight c6. We have a more active square to put the knight. This could absolutely be a possibility to play like this. I would just say that if you go g4 now, you don't have time to take this. You would actually, okay, there will be some tactics, maybe it worked, but you would just go back and you would say that this is just weakening your king. And we know that we should always be very careful to move the pawns in front of our own king. We should always be careful doing that, because we are opening up our king side, and it could be that instead of attacking the opposite king, it could be that our king will be under attack later on. So what played? Anna played knight b7. I think I cannot see what she played. Sorry. What did she go? She played c5. He go knight b7. And let's see here. This is the position, and he played it immediately. This is a very logical move. Now this is just Anna can take here now, and now we can see both of them would have isolated pawns, but this would actually benefit. This pawn structure benefits white. It's a little more pleasant for white. Anna could go something like knight c6. She put the pressure here, but maybe you can take here, and we have this. We say now if white plays some slow mo, we have time for. I think we have time for knight e4 here now, but maybe not. No, it could be that this would be not so good. We have a pawn walking down here. It could be it's not so good. We have to be careful for this. But in general, this would. So after 95, if Anna takes here, I don't want her to take here. It would actually be two isolated pawn, but this bishop would remain passive, and we cannot exchange it because we have we can go even knight c6. We have a hole here. We have, and this knight, even if we come here, these are so. We have knight b5. Oh, this is getting wow. This is just getting very bad. Pawn on a7. The knights, the pieces are so active. So this taking on d4 I wouldn't like, because you take away the flexibility. And so after 95, this was the last move played, and he played it very quickly. And 95 is a way also avoiding Anna for going knight h5, but this is very logical to put the knight here, and let's see what will Anna do. She can go knight c6, she can go knight bd7, she can play both of them. I think so. Yeah, this is not. She can take on d4. She can also go c4 if she wants to, but I think there is not. Yeah, she can go c4 here if she wants to, and then the bishop would probably be best on c2, and now go knight c6. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. If let's say we play something slow here, and if you go knight b4. White will not allow Anna to change this bishop, because this one is a good bishop. You can see it also looking to the king side. You would just move it away, maybe bishop f5 or even bishop b1, and then after you would kick away the knight. So this is the position. He played the knight e5 very, very quickly. He is just playing the moves so quickly. I think absolutely, if to try to play over the board is very nice. It's just very, very different. And then to play online, I would say there's a beauty with both of it. But playing over the board when you see the opponent, and I spoke with some players who only play over the line, but they went up to our chess club in Stockholm, and they came to play in a blitz, which was held there one evening, and they say that it was very scary to play over the board. It was just so completely different, and they felt it so much, but they said they liked it. And I think playing over the board is just a very, very nice way, because when you play over the board, after the game you can a little bit speak with your opponent, you can analyze the game, so you are also learning from each other. So so it's just very, very nice to do. I would say both ways are, of course, very nice to do, and just to find your way. But don't forget that over the board is also very nice, and there are so many chess clubs all over the world. You can go to lots of places. There are also cafes, maybe bars, when you can play chess. You can always find, or parks you can go to and play chess. So you can always find places to play chess over the board also, if you like to. Yeah, it is true. Anna's opponent is sitting here and he is concentrating, and this is very good to do that when your opponent is thinking. You're making your plans. What do I want to do? You can also a little bit think about the pieces. Here we can see which piece is the worst on the board, and I would say that now this one is the one which is not activated, so this one is the one which is the less good piece here, but it's not a bad piece, but it needs to be developed. But you can think of these little more small things. What is my plan here? I would say that after 95, her opponent's plan is queen f3, to put the queen more closer to the king side. I would say this, and to put pressure on d5. So if Anna go knight c6, it could be that we see a move like queen f3 here now. Can we see, I don't know, rook c8, but after rook c8, it could be that sometimes bishop f5 is coming, and we see this rook doesn't have a good square. If you come here, maybe we can even go, yeah, we go knight b5. No, this is crazy. This is not possible. So I would guess if Anna go knight c6, queen f3 will be coming. If Anna go knight b d7, can queen f3 also be coming here? And the idea is to put the rook on fd1 and rook e1. And this is absolutely, it's a little bit to put more pressure. If it goes something like this, rook fd1, I will just see if it goes something like this, you can see this, we have bishop b5. It's so scary here. So actually, black is having, c4 is absolutely a move to play. I would say this would be a good move. Now, I don't know, is the knight coming here? Maybe knight c6. And now, actually, maybe a3 could be played. Maybe we could start. I don't know if we can take. If you dare to take here now, it could be you take with the pawn. If you take with the bishop, we can play like this. Actually, this could be a slow plan to go for f3 in e4, but we have this b5, a5. We have b5 with a plan of a5 and b4. So this is actually, c4 is a move I like. Yeah, c4 is not so bad. I actually like this plan of going here and maybe knight c6 to play like this. Can our opponent anyway play queen f3 here now? Absolutely. And we see there's our pressure here. I wonder now, queen c8, what would happen if we take the pawn here now? But we have a tactics with knight b4, and we see that there's threat against the queen and the threat against the bishop. This would be just good for black. So queen c8, and what is the idea with the queen c8 is actually maybe to bring the queen to e6. So if I have if I have a rook here to d1, maybe we can, maybe we can even take on d7. Maybe I wonder, can we go something like queen e6 here? Oh, it could be bishop f5 in some moment. Oh, this is a little bit scary here. Now we need to go g6, bishop f5 could be coming. Yeah, but this is absolute possible to play. So c4, yeah, I don't mind. I think c4 could be a fine move to play here in this position. Yes, to a little bit restrict the bishop. And then you have this, if you go c4, you have a slow plan to get in b5, a5, and b4, because we can see that we have 1, 2, 3 pawns against these 2 pawns here. Have they been playing some more game moves? No, I think Anna has not played here. They have played knight b7. Thank you so much. They have played and knight e5. I'm not so happy Anna went knight b7. I think this is more passive. This is actually more passive for her. Her opponent is playing this so very quickly. So I think he has played this before. I don't know if Anna has played this position, but she has a little bit of cramped position. I wasn't so happy that she went with a knight here. I would... now queen c8, I'm just wondering, we put the rook fd1, can we take here now? But now d5 will be falling, we have d4. So actually queen c8 is a good move, and the idea with queen c8 is actually that you plan to take on e5. So queen c8 is a good move, but this is not easy. It's not at all easy to find here. So queen f3 was the last move, and we can see how quickly her opponent is playing in this position. White is having an advantage, I would say a little advantage. It's just absolutely normal position, but it's a little bit awkward for black. So black needs to find good moves, and this is actually a good move. To take here now, this would absolutely cause Anna into problems, because if she comes here, yeah, we have knight take d5, this would just, no, maybe we have some tricks here now. Do we have knight take e5? Maybe there are, I have no idea what is happening here. This is getting, we have this knight g6. So maybe we can play position like this. This is actually, we could play a position like this. We have given the bishop pair. It's a little bit better for white because of the bishop pair, but we have clarified the position in the center. So it could be possible. Even taking on e5, queen f3, even taking on e5 could be possible here. And I wonder this move, but we don't take it. We go rook ad1, and how are we going to defend this pawn? It's not possible. We will lose this pawn. So no, this is not possible to play like this. Is it possible? So yes, now this is not possible. Let's go back to the game. I just want to see what the... Oh, sorry, now I did something wrong. Let's see if we will get the position again here. Sorry. Here we have it again. We have the position again. Queen f3 was played, and we have to have it like this. So yeah, so we can see white is activating the queen. And why is the queen coming to f3? Because one is putting pressure on d1, one is coming close to black's king. This can be very annoying. So having a queen close to opponent's king, to your king, is unpleasant. So that's why this move is unpleasant. But now I like this move. You go a rook to d1 maybe, and we can even take here, take back with the bishop. We remember taking with the pawn. This we have d4, and this because we have threats against the knights, we have also threats against the queen. You need to come here, and we can just play a position like this here, and this would actually be fine to play here for white. Actually, I don't know, g5, I don't know if I could play a move like this, but taking here, bishop here, and we have queen e6, and after a move like f5, f4, we can even go f6, and we're putting pressure on e5. We can play like this. So this would absolutely be fine to play a position like this. So queen c8 is the move I like, but it's difficult move to play here. It's difficult move to play here. Yeah, it sometimes happens that players fall asleep during the game. I once played with a Danish player long time ago in the Copenhagen Open. In the 80s, it's like 83, so what it has 40 years back, and he fall asleep during the game, and there were some spectators watching. But I made a mistake, and he woke up, he grabbed the material, and I lost that game. And so I know never to underestimate my opponent, even if they are falling asleep during the game. So let's see what Anna will play. Let's see what Anna will, but queen c8, but this is difficult to play. Queen c8 is very difficult to play here, but the plan with queen c8 is that you want to take away a piece, and this is also one of the ideas to think of. I feel my position is cramped, maybe I want to change pieces. Here to take on e5 would be a big mistake, because our opponent take with the pawn, and the d5 would be so weak. But this is difficult move to make, because bishop f5. I think bishop f5, yeah, we take here and you take here, but we go queen c6. And I just want to show that here we have a threat against the queen. If you take here, we have this in-between move, which actually would win a whole piece. So always look up for this. So queen c8, bishop f5 is nothing to be scared of. After this, there are some threats here, but we will just defend it. And if you go with a rook, maybe to here, I think we can go, but we can even go just rook a d8, just to defend everything here. And after a move like this, you are threatening against your threatened mate now. We will just defend here with h6. So, and I just want to show what the threat is. Let's say we do something, then we can take here, and there will be a checkmate. So that's why black needs either to go g6, but you don't want to go g6 with the bishop here, looks down to the king, so probably h6 is a normal move to play instead. So let's go back. So queen c8 is the move I want Anna to play. Anything else, I guess she will get into problems here. So because she needs to want to take on d4. So let's see what she will be playing. But I'm a bit concerned in this position, because it's an important moment, and I prefer Anna is thinking here than playing too quickly. But I really want her to go queen c8, and it's a difficult move. I would say it's a very difficult move to play. You want to defend the bishop, this is the idea, but you can't defend it like this, because you would just lose material with bishop here. So you can't put the rook here, and this is why this bishop is annoying, because looking at c7, also b8, and we can't get it away. So So let's see. She's on her way to move here, but I'm a little scared she would take on. If she takes on e5, this would be a mistake. This would get her into problems, and she needs to plan this. She needs to prepare this. Yeah, no, I know Anna is thinking very long before making the moves, but I'm exactly the same. So I can't really say so much. I always been the same myself. I also lost lots of games for time, even in winning position, even when I had force move, force made like 4 or 5 checks and it was made, but I lost on time. So this is actually a problem Anna has, but also I have. And it has to do with decision making. That's one part of it, absolutely. And we can see that Anna's father, Juan Bellon, he's a grandmaster from Spain. He's the other way around. And I would, of course, wish that Anna was like her father, not like her mother, with the time spending. So it's better to play more practical, to play quicker, but it's difficult to change the habit you have, but you really need to work on it. And if you can make the same moves in quicker time, you will be absolutely a stronger player. Time is such an important fact. It's such an important fact, but I know time is also one of my big issue, and I cannot complain if Anna is spending lots of time, but of course I think she has been, she's learning from me, so it's just like that. But it's very good to be quick with decisions, and I would say that playing chess, you're training to take decisions outside the chess board also, and because we are training it all the time, so it's actually very good training. And I know that with time I'm a little bit better, but still it's a problem with time. So but here this is a critical moment. I cannot see any other good move for Anna than Queen C8, and so I think so I'm a little bit, I cannot see any other good move in Queen C8, and the plan with Queen C8 is actually to defend the bishop. After Queen C8 we are planning, so if a rook comes here, now we are planning to take here, bishop here, and we can even go Queen G4 just to change the pieces, and if you come here we are kicking the bishop has to come back, and we can go Knight F6 or bring a rook to C8. This is absolutely fine to play this position, absolutely. We can even play like this, Knight F6, and you go F3. You're planning for E4. Maybe we are planning to go something with B5 here. Maybe we go G6, and later on we're trying to get in A6 and B5 here. So let's go back. This is very far away, but Queen C8 is the only good move I can see for Anna. And has she played? She is thinking here now. She is thinking, but she hasn't played after Queen F3. She hasn't played after Queen F3 now. And this was the last move. I just put it on red, so you see the last move which has been played here. And so Anna is playing against a player from Taiwan. He has close to 1900, but he's performing much above that in the tournament, so we shouldn't underestimate him. And we can see he has played very well the opening. He knows exactly how he wants to put the pieces, and he has played quickly, and he's putting pressure on Anna, and that is quite natural that with black you are getting a little bit under, you could get under pressure, but here Anna a little bit needs to free her position, and that's why I would have preferred this knight to be on c6. Now c4 is not such a good plan to play here now, I would say, because actually you can just grab it. c4 doesn't work any longer, because after c4 we just grab it. If you take it back, we have queen take b7. So queen f3, I forgot to say that it's looking at d5, but it's also stopping black from playing c4, and it's also coming closer to the king side. So this was the last move played here. Yeah, so And also we have to be careful. There are always tactical tricks. If you come here, I guess maybe queen h3. This one is low. No, these are just tactics coming. Queen h3 is actually threatening to win. I just want to show you what the threat is. You're threatening to take like this. You have a check here. The knight cannot take back because we would take the queen. And if you go here, we have this check. It's a check, and we will also, after here, we will just take the queen. So there, bishop d6 would not be good. Also, the bishop here is low. It could be that you can go even something like that. I will just say you could even go like this, and you would no, but this would not be maybe the right way of playing. But but you don't want to put the bishop on d6 because it's undefended. Maybe knight f7 could be possible also, but queen h3 would just be winning actually. So bishop has to stay on e7. You don't really want to go rook e8 because rook e8 you have sometimes bishop b5. And actually white's plan now is the queen was putting up. White's plan is to put the rook on d1 and put pressure on d5. There is going to be more pressure on d5 all the time, and this is why this is such a good move, because you are planning to take on e5 after that. Anna is playing very much online. She's playing online almost every day. So and then she's training that. So I would say that Anna might be stronger playing online, because it's also very different. When you play online, you normally play very quick games. So there you cannot take this longer thought. You just need to keep moving to find the plans very quickly. But here, when you want to play deeper, you also know that if you go wrong, you will be suffering for a long time. When you play online, if it goes wrong, you will have a new game very soon again. So it doesn't feel maybe that much. You will just play a new game and start all over again. But here, they will play 2 games today. But when you play a long classical game, you're spending so much energy, you feel the game so much, you really want to do your very best. And it always feels hurting. It always hurt losing, but it's of course, that's why it's so exciting, because we have all these free results that can be possible, and we have this joy when things goes our way. So queen c8 is the only move I can see for Anna. Yeah, if Anna goes knight d4, she would just lose a pawn here. This would absolutely be losing a pawn here. So this would not be so good to play. And now her opponent is going up. He is going up from the board. So Anna, she's having 2079. Her opponent has 1891. Anna is FIDE master. I think her opponent doesn't have any title, but he has been performing very well in this tournament. Let's see what Anna will play. I'm so scared she play a move like rook c8 or something. I just hope. No, I don't want Anna to take on d4, because it will be. She can take on d4, but we will open the e line. The open files will actually benefits white more. I don't like Anna to take here, because after you take here, you will have a rook coming to e1, and now to play like this. Could this be a possible knight d7? But again, we have because the idea is after this we have knight take e5. Maybe we can play a position like this, and yeah, we could play like this. This could be absolutely possible, and we are playing against the bishop pair. We could even play this to play with different color bishop. We will lose a pawn here, but this wouldn't be. We wouldn't mind to play this position. This would be very good chance for a draw here. So let's go back now. Let's go back. So this is the position. Oh, sorry. Sorry, it's not at all the position. Here we have it at the board. This is the position. Anna has not played. She is down to 45 minutes. We have it here. She's down to 45 minutes, but she feels that she's under pressure, and she is under pressure, and she needs to find a good move. It's very nice to hear that in this A group they are all playing with this beautiful wooden board. You can see the board. where Anna and her opponent is sitting. It's such a nice, these wooden digital boards, but in the B group it could be that they are playing with another, that they don't have this beautiful board, but they're having lots of boards because it's just such a huge open tournament with close to 400 players. I think it's around 360 players in 2 different groups, and that's amazing because Menorca is quite small. It's only 1/5 the area of Mallorca, so it's much smaller. It's not such a tourist place like Mallorca, and the population is like 1.3 million, I would say. So it's quite small place, and very beautiful that they managed to make this very, very big open tournament, which has been held now for the 3rd time. And I would actually say we were living in Spain during many years. We played lots of tournaments around in Spain, and that was just so nice because they had so many tournaments. So I would say that for me, Spain is one of the countries where I really like to play chess very, very much. Also because in Spain normally the rounds start later, and I like to play in the afternoon. I prefer that. I'm not so happy to play early rounds like 1 or 2 o'clock. I prefer when the rounds are at least from 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock or later. So Anna is still thinking, and it's such a crucial moment. If she goes for Queen C8, she will absolutely be fine. If she plays something else, I think she will get into problem in this position because I don't see any other move for Anna to play. I don't see that. I really don't see that. And Queen C8 is such a difficult move, but the point is to defend the bishop. The point is that you want to take on e5, but it's not a good move now. It would actually be, I want to see, can we go something like this? Can we go knight e7 here? But we have rook a d1, knight c7. Can we play the queen h3? Can we go g6 here? And how is a position like this? Rook e8, can we play it? And we have a tremendous attack here now. I don't know what is happening here now, but we are just crashing through with f5, and this is getting so dangerous here. This is absolute. I have no idea what would be happen here. Maybe there's some tactics with e6. Oh no, this is just very, very good for white. So this is very, very dangerous to play. Absolutely, to take on e5 would be dangerous to play. Has Anna played yet? No, she is still thinking. This is the last move. Queen f3. This was a strong move that her this was a strong move he played, but very logical, putting pressure on d5, putting the queen closer to the king side. And now these 2 rooks are connected. One rook will come to d1. I'm not sure which one. One of them will come to d1. It could be the rook a d1 if white wants to have some plan to play with the f pawn later on. So yeah, no, I'm a player. I don't play so much online, but I play lots of over the board still. And yeah, it's a little bit like I've been playing for such a long time, but chess is a passion, so I keep on playing. But I mainly play over the board in different tournaments, and sometimes rapid and blitz, but I would say I play maybe more classical games. No, maybe it's about the same. So yeah, this is what I normally do, and I would say that Anna is playing much more over the board online than she's playing over the board. But now she's starting to play more tournaments over the board, and it's just a different way of playing. It's quite tough, and let's see. She hasn't played yet. So she's still thinking after this queen f3. And yeah, I think that over the board is much more fun, but it's because this is the way I was brought up to play. There was no online chess when I was in my youth, so I always play over the board and liked it very much. But I would say that there is a beauty with both of it. There is actually a plan now of going queen h3 here also. Let's see Anna make a slow move a6, queen h3, and now we have a threat of taking here. We have a threat of this, but a6 would be maybe bishop f5 is getting into problems. We have these problems with the d5 pawn. I don't know how to handle the d5 pawn. This I don't know. So let's see. Anna is on her way to move. She is on her way to move here now. She's absolutely on her way to move here now. We have to look for plans, and here the plan is actually we want to take away the knight on e5, and so the logical is if you take now, this will cause Anna a big problem. This will not cause her such a big problem. She will absolutely be fine in position like this to fight. But this will cause her a big problem. So black is ready to take a double pawn because d5 will become very weak here. And the queen is very close to the king side. So planning to take. So we want to take here. So you cannot take back with the pawn. And this is the logic with queen c8. Because now we're planning to take. And if you take with the d pawn, we have d4 because the bishop is defended. So that's the logical with queen c8. But I would say that this is a very, very difficult move. But I cannot see any other move for Anna to play in this position. I think she's thinking of taking on e5 if that could be possible. But so it could be that Anna goes for taking on e5, and she has played. She has played. What did she play here now? Oh, I'm so worried. What did she play? She took on e5, and this is actually a mistake now. If her opponent take with the d pawn, Anna will get into problems. The idea is the right one, but after this, the idea is the right one to take on e5, but it's too early. She needed to plan this. And I could understand that Anna, this is the most active move, and I could understand that Anna wanted to play this, but now after d take e5, she will absolutely get into problem. This is nothing to be worried about here. We can go queen d7 or queen c8 again. We can even go queen c8 because after a move like this, even if this pawn is hanging, we would just take here. We would go, maybe we would take on d4. When you take back, we can even go queen d8 here, I would guess so. Or we can go maybe queen g4. We're going to bring the rook to d8. This is absolutely an equal position. This was absolutely be a dream to play. No, we're not scared of her opponent taking back with the bishop, but taking with the pawn will absolutely cause Anna a big problem. And taking with the pawn, I guess Anna will play this, but after rook a1, I don't know, maybe you can come here also. We have g6, can we come here, knight g7, and after can we go f4 here now? I'm wondering, can we go bishop c8, but we can actually go f5. So in a position like this, it might be, could it be that we have to go f5 ourselves, but no, this pawn is so weak. So I'm very concerned in this position now. Here after knight take e5, if her opponent take with the bishop, the position is absolutely fine. It's still a positional battle to be played, but if it takes with the pawn, Anna is going to get into problem because d5 is weak. The queen is also very close to the king side. So this was the last move played, knight take e5. I think the plan is right, but she needed to prepare the idea first. Now white only has two moves to take black with the bishop and the pawn, and we can see how he is thinking, how her opponent is thinking. Will he play the strong d take e5, or will he take with the bishop? Yeah. But I don't know, it could be this is the more active move to play position like this with the pawn less. But I'm just wondering, here we will have rook here, we will have a pawn more, and I don't know, I don't think this is the idea. Maybe you go rook d8 here now. This would actually be a mistake. We have f5, so we have f5 here. And why is this a mistake? We have queen c4 here. What is going to go back? We have b5 and maybe, no, queen c4. Maybe we can go queen d3, but then we go rook d8. We have also some things with g5. Oh, all of a sudden we are getting some tactics here. So this is actually the best to play. If he takes with the pawn, has he taken back? No, this is the position. Anna played knight take e5. This is actually the best to give the pawn, but it's not an easy choice to do, just to give away a pawn, but this is actually the best Anna can do. And we can see one thing which is good is that the extra pawn white is having is a double pawn. This pawn is standing on black, so this bishop is very, very passive. So playing like this is absolutely the best. You want to put the queen here. We have a rook to d1. We put the queen here, and maybe now, I don't know, maybe you can even play this move. We put the rook on d8, and we are taking here, and we have this pawn structure. And here we can fight, but it's a pawn less. It's a pawn less, and it's just... yes, to keep on playing this, but I'm very good lucky it's that it's two pawns or double pawns, and that this pawn is on a black square. So actually white has 5 against 3 here now, but it's not so easy to use this 5 against 3. Anna has an extra pawn, so it might be that she wants to play with that. It could be that it's better to go with the other rook to d8. So yeah, this is the best chance for her to go knight e4 if he takes with the pawn. Will he do that? He is still thinking here. He is still thinking. So after taking on e5, she needs to go knight e4. But to give this pawn away, to play with the pawn less, this is actually quite not easy to do. But it would be a way of taking away white's active pieces. So it would absolutely be a way to take away white's active pieces. So Anna is down to 40 minutes, and we remember in this tournament on MENORCA there is no extra time after 40 moves. So Anna has 40 minutes for the whole game, but she gets half a minute per move like her opponent, and her opponent has just spent like 10 minutes plus like 15 minutes, and now he starts thinking here in this moment. And he's doing it absolutely the right way. This is one of the critical moments. He has only 2 moves to make. One of them is stronger than the other one. Will he find the best move? And he feels that he has to calculate. Is he ready to take a double pawn? But the reason for the double pawn is that this knight will not be able to stay here. The d5 pawn will also become much weaker if he take with the d pawn. But I would say this is for stronger players, this is maybe very obvious that you take with the d pawn, but it's not such an easy choice to make if you don't know this kind of position. And here you have to see that piece activity, taking away a defender. The knight is very good defending of the king, but with taking with the pawn, it's you win time, you're taking away the defender of d5, but also you take away a defender of the king side. So the knight needs to move, and I would guess if Anna goes here, this would just be rook a d1. There is no way to defend the pawn on d5. No, this is not possible. Actually, this is the best move, to play with the pawn less. So let's see. Anna took here on e5, so let's see what her opponent. Yes, and why in this position queen c8 was a better move, because the plan was, if you go something like here, the plan was to take. Now you can never take with the pawn. You can take with the pawn, but we have this d4 move, and it would be about equal the position. But we have this in between d4 move because we are threatening the bishop. If you take here, we're threatening queen, we take here. If you take here, we will just go rook e8, and when you take back, we will take on c3, and we will have a queen against 2 bishops. It will be just winning for black. So in a position like this, white would go knight e4, and it would be equal. So queen c8 was strong to defend the bishop, and then you're planning to take here. But Anna took here immediately. She took here immediately. So let's see what her opponent will do. But I am scared of d take e5. Then the best Anna can do is give a pawn, and that is not such an easy way to do that. It's not so easy. And today is the double round. So Anna and her opponent, all the players, they are playing the 4th round now, fourth round out of 9. This afternoon at 5 o'clock there will be the fifth round, and tomorrow there will be only one game. That's actually good. They need to have a rest. So this, I would say, this very tough schedule with so many games. They are playing 5 games in a very short time. They started the day before yesterday with 1 game in the evening, 2 days yesterday, and they are playing 2 days today. So it's very, very much chess in short time, but it makes it easier if you go for holidays, that you don't have to take so much vacation, and when you go away, when you play a tournament, which are held only on 6 days instead of 9 days. So they're playing 9 games, which is very typical. You can play for norms. You also normally, it's very common to have uneven number in tournaments, although I've seen there are some tournaments playing with 10 rounds. 9 rounds, normally you will have 5 and 4 with the colors, 5 blacks, 4 whites, or 5 whites, 4 blacks. So you are very close with the number of colors, and 9 rounds is also what you need to have a chance to make norms. When you play 10 games, then you can make the norm in 9 games, but if it doesn't work in 9 games, you get an extra chance with 10 games. So that's a reason for having 10 games. Also in some tournaments, when they allow you to make a bye means that you can take a draw without playing, and this could be allowed maybe first 6, 7 rounds, and it's a way of having time for making some vacation. Maybe if you're on Menorca, you can see a little bit on Menorca. I don't know if they have the buy system on Menorca. I'm not sure if they have it, but there are some tournaments who like to have it. So Anna took an e5. Her opponent is thinking 15 minutes. For the first time, he takes some time. He has only 2 moves to do, but you can see he takes his time, and I can say that this shows that this is a strong player Anna is playing against. Even if he doesn't have such a high rating, he knows this is a critical moment, and he knows he has 2 moves to choose from, and one could be stronger than the other, and it's like that. One is stronger than the other, and he's doing a very good performance here. He has made 2 draws against players who has 200 points more than him, maybe even more than 200 points more than him, and he has lost against the player who had several hundreds more than him. So he is doing well, and we can see that he has played his opening very well. He knew how to put the pieces, and now in this moment when he has only 2 moves to choose from, he is taking his time. And this is what Boris Spassky said. I guess there are lots of players who said it, but I always remember Boris Spassky because I was there when he said it. And when we played one of these, there was a very beautiful tournament. It was matches, veterans against women, and I took part in it in about 6 of the 10 times the tournament was held. And Spassky played lots of times also. And in one of these tournaments, he said, you remember, you have to know when there's a critical moment, when you need to stop, you need to think to find the best continuation. And this is one of those, it's a critical moment. And for a strong player, this would be maybe easy to find, that you take back with the pawn. You are with the pawn, you're putting pressure on the knight. The knight has to move. You will put pressure on d5. The king side will also be more weakened. And so this is absolutely the best move. But it's not so logical because you are damaging your pawn structure. If you look at the pawn structure, this is the most logical move to do. But sometimes we are ready to take something worse. So here white is ready to put a pawn, take a double pawn, but just to put pressure to force this knight away. And when this knight is forced away, this one will be weaker and the king will also be weaker. But this was the last move. Knight take e5 was the last move played. So you can see, and white has only 2 moves to do here. And we see them are both very, very focused. Her opponent is thinking still. He has been thinking like maybe 10 minutes, I believe, about 10 minutes after this move. And I think this is actually quite good, that it shows that he's a strong player when he takes his time. So Menorca will keep on going. This Open will be played until Sunday. Today there's another game, tomorrow there's one game, Saturday there will be a double round, and finally Sunday morning the last round will be held. So it's just very, very intensive. There are close to 400 players, maybe 360 players in 2 groups. And in the A group with 200, was it 60 or 70, maybe 270 players, there are 9 players who are having 3 out of 3, who has won all their games. Anna and her opponent, they're having 1 out of 3. Anna, she lost the first round against a young Chinese player. She won the second round against a Spanish player. She lost yesterday against a German player, and today she's facing a player from Taiwan. So you can see how international this tournament is, and there are close to 50 nations playing on MENORCA, and I think that's quite beautiful. I would guess that for some players it might be the first time they are on MENORCA, maybe not in Spain. Spain is a very tourist country. There are lots of also chess tournaments there. There are also, of course, other nice countries for chess, but Spain is one of those in Western Europe with more time. And what did he take? He played a strong move. He took back with a pawn. And now Anna, I'm very scared. She's moving back to knight, and that would cause her into problem. She needs to give the pawn, but I don't think Anna will give the pawn here. I don't think Anna will give the pawn here. I think she will move it knight e8, and now she is getting into problem. This was the logic for her to play like this, but she's getting into problem with knight e8. This is because now rook to a1 will come. There are pressure here. I'm just wondering, if you go rook a1, we go knight e7. Can we can't go bishop e4 because we can just take it. And if we go bishop c4, maybe we could play this. We will actually win this pawn this way also. There is no way you can defend the pawn. So this is actually a way of winning the pawn also, like this. And you can just grab the pawn here, here, and here, and this would actually be a better way maybe than what we saw before. I don't know if we have some queen b5 here, some activities trying to get some counterplay here, but we need to challenge this line here, rook d1, and just maybe to play something like this. And this is a little bit getting a little bit scary. So actually Anna wanted to save the pawn, but white can play in lots of different ways. Knight e8 was played, knight e8 was played, but we can see this knight is going backward. So what can white think of now here? White could even play bishop c4 here now, but I would say it's not such a good move here. Can we take it like this here? And yeah, this would be actually very, very good for white. No, we can't play this because the d file, we don't have queen c8, we would just lose another piece. So we are very cramped, and after a position like this, rook to d1, queen c8, I just would believe that we are keeping the pieces here. Maybe could we perhaps defend this? Maybe here queen e4 would be a stronger move, and we need to try something like b5. Maybe this is a way of trying to play this. It could be, but her opponent will not go bishop c4. I would say queen h3 or a rook to d1. One of these moves is absolutely what I expect her opponent to play here. Either rook to d1 or queen h3, because queen h3, you are putting pressure here. The only way to defend is with g6, and now if you want, you can come now bishop h6 here, and you can start walking. I don't know if we have some tactics with c4 coming here, and now maybe going d4, and if you take, we will maybe get into the game here with some tactics. We open up in the center. So so this is actually could be, but the strongest move for me is we can see this is active, 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 and active. These rook are not active. For me, this would be the strongest move, and I like more to go with the a rook because it could be later on we want to play with the f pawn, and then this rook will stand very well here, looking close down here. So rook a1 is the normal move for me. Then I don't know, can Anna go here? But we can go bishop c4, and what is happening here? We take here, we take back with the pawn, and now we cannot defend this pawn in any way, so we will lose this pawn here also. So no, not bishop g5. So actually rook a1, knight c7, and here we can always go bishop c4 if we want to. We can take here and to play this position queen c8. I was wondering, even a position like this, maybe rook f8 is good, because after rook d7 we have king f8. Our king is coming closer, and we are very happy that this pawn is in a black square. We have some plan on going b5. So this would actually be a position with some counterplay, but it's scary because knight e5 might come after e4. But anyway, this would be something I think Anna would be happy to play. There could be things worse. So this is the last move. Rook knight to e8 was played. Now her opponent is thinking. He's just taking the time here. He's absolutely taking the time. And yes, China has become a very good nation in chess. There are a quite young nation in Western chess. In China, you have Chinese chess, which is played on a different board. I cannot play it, but I just know that Robert Hübner, he was a fantastic chess player. He is a fantastic chess player, but he also managed to become a player in Chinese chess. I don't know so much about it more than it's more aggressive, and that's what is most popular in China. But China has also become a very good, strong nation in our chess, and the world champion Yu Wenyun among women, she's from China, but also Ding Liren, who became world champion in the open class last year. So we have 2 world champions from China just now. But I remember when China played in the Olympiads. I think they started in the 70s. I don't know when they started to play with a woman team. Yes, I remember I played in the 80s. I played against maybe was it Liu Qilan? It could have been there. So it was in the beginning of when China started to play also in the women's section, because in chess you have an open section for all players, but there's also a women's section in lots of official tournaments, in I guess all official tournaments which FIDE are organizing. They're having both classes, and it's a way of encouraging women to play. And I remember I play against China in the 80s, but it's when I play in the women's Olympiad for Sweden. But now China is one of the strongest. They have also won the Olympiad. I believe they have won the Olympiad both in the open class and in the woman class. So here we have the position. Anna play knight e8. Her opponent is thinking, but he has not spent so much time, but we can see that when he is now they're playing the game, now he is not in his book any longer. He knew how he wanted to put up the position. He played I think he played maybe the best moves in the opening, putting pressure on Anna, and now he has to find the plans himself. And I would say that bringing rook to d1 is the strongest way of playing, but you can also go for a king attack with queen h3. And I would say if you go here, this is not such a long move because you get g6, you're winning time. And when you're coming here now, we are maybe even having queen c8. We want to change queens. Remember this, that if in a position like this, Anna wants to change queens because we are scared for an attack on the queen, on the king side. We want to change the queen. We want to dream. We are dreaming to get this pawn knight to e6 and to get in d4. It's not possible because the queen is looking at b7, but this is a dream. So if Anna could play, and she could play knight e6, that would maybe be beautiful. Or maybe she could go queen c8, threatening d4. That would also be very nice. Maybe queen c8 is a move she would really like to do. But no, she doesn't want to because d5 is hanging. She needs to go knight c7 and then queen c8. So if she can play 2 moves, Anna would love to go knight c7 and queen c8. Yes, so she's defending the bishop and she's planning some d4 moves. So, but this is the last position. The pawn, he took back. Her opponent has played the best until now. He took back with a pawn. So Anna's knight had to move. She could go forward, but then she had to give a pawn. That was a very difficult choice to make. Yes, to play an endgame, to play a game with a pawn less. But it would be not without chances because white has a double pawn and this pawn is on e5. We can see that this bishop is a bit passive behind the pawn, but there is more pressure on d5. It could be also some pressure on the king side after queen h3 when there are threats here. And after queen h3, after a move like this, we can't go h6. After h6, we could actually just grab it, take here, and there is no way of defending the mate mate here. This would absolutely be, I don't know, f4. Can we play like this? Maybe we can try to play this, but we have a rook f3 coming and rook h3. This would absolutely be so scary. I don't know, can we go something like king f7, then we go the rook to g3? No, this would absolutely be very, very scary. This we cannot play. So let's go back. So so here is the position. Knight e8 was played. Her opponent is thinking here, but knight e8 was the last move, and it was, if Anna doesn't move her knight forward to give a pawn, which was a very difficult choice to make, this was the only square she could move the knight to, because she needs to get the knight into she needs to see the future for the knight. The future for the knight is to c7 and then maybe to e6, where it stands perfectly well and where it would support a pawn push. On c7, it will defend the pawn on d5. So this is absolutely what her plan is. The only problem is that she is behind. White has already these active pieces 1, 2, 3, and 4. I would say it's active and passive. It's active in the sense that it's developed. It becomes a little bit more passive with take and d, take e5, but it can be used on the king side if Anna needs to make a g6 pawn. And now her opponent is ready to bring in the rook, to bring in one of the rook to put more pressure on d5. So Anna is, her opponent is now thinking, and I'm happy to see that. So it seems like her opponent is not such a quick player when he plays himself. That's why he's playing the first move. He knows the first move, how to put, where he wants to put the pieces. But when he has to play himself, he starts to play slower. That's absolutely fine, and it's very practical to make the first move so quickly. And so what do I expect? I expect him to go rook d1 or to go queen h3. These are the two moves. I don't expect, or maybe to play the other rook to d1. These are very logical for me. e4 wouldn't be a good move. We would actually have c4. Oh, this one. Pushing in here, and we would have d4. And if you try to pin it, we will put this pawn further. And you can see what the difference. This would almost be winning for black. All of a sudden, we have a huge, huge pawn. So we can say that if white plays for e4, white doesn't play for e4 any longer, because it would open up and probably it would actually allow Anna to play d4. But here d4 is not possible because we have this pin. We have this pin, which is just very, very annoying. So the queen is just well placed on f3. Yeah, time might become a huge problem, but Anna is also under pressure in this position. Let's see if her opponent will find a good plan here, because if he finds a good plan, it can be just so dangerous for Anna. And if he brings a rook to d1, I'm sure we will see this move, knight c7. I think we will see this. But now this is a very strong move. After bishop here, do we have time to go bishop c8? I don't know. We have queen f3 here now. We have rook e8. And now if we want, we can just go and take the pawn, bishop e6. And we can always take on d5. There is nothing we can do against that. We can always take this pawn on d5. So this one is just very lost. And after bishop c4, we see d4 is not possible. It would just be a mate here immediately. So let's see what her opponent will play. And I think he's thinking, should he allow Anna to play knight c7, or should he start with this move here, maybe even to go bishop h6 and knight g7, and now maybe play some f4. But it's here, it might be that Anna can go c4 and just bring up here. And after a move like rook a1, we have d3, and this is the dream. This is actually the dream we have for black to play. Here Anna would absolutely be fine, because we're taking away a piece for white, and Anna also is having a pawn which would win in all endgames. Pawn on d3. But this is very, very far. So D take was played, knight e8 was played. Has he played? Did he play queen h3? It looked like he played queen h3 now, quickly. This was absolutely, and I have only one move to play here now. And will she play this? Here is the position, queen h3. Thank you for telling me. I went into analysis, but we have to look at the position of the board. Now he's threatening mate in one. Anna played g6 quickly, and this is absolutely the best move. She needs to go g6. If she would have gone h6, her opponent could actually sacrifice a piece. With g6, she played it also very quickly. She is stopping this diagonal. She's now opening up for the bishop. And what could her opponent play here now? Her opponent, if her opponent will go rook a1, I'm just wondering, do we have time for queen c8 here now? Do we have time for something like this? And now to go knight c7. This could actually be fine to play, could it? Because now we are out. And here bishop a6, rook e8. Maybe this is actually getting fine for her. So this was a good move. And let's see what he will play. If he go rook a d1 now, I like to go queen c8. I want to change the queens. And you remember, if we're changing the queens, we take back with the rook. This will absolutely be fine. We not scatter this. We have knight g7, f4. This plan is not so scary now. f5 is coming, and we can actually play this endgame. We are not scared of playing this endgame. This is actually getting good for black. We have, oh, I don't know what, after bishop take d5, I guess we have take here. And we have the bishop pair here. I'm wondering what is happening here. After a move like this, we have this beautiful bishop c8. And you take, and we will take here. This is very far away. Let's go back. But I would say that queen h3 was not the most exact move. Anna go g6, because now she might have this queen c8 playing and changing queens, and this is what she wants to do. She wants to play, she wants to change the queens. So her opponent now, I would expect one rook to d1. Her opponent can also play bishop h6. So these are the moves I expect. Maybe bishop h6, maybe rook to d1. These are the two moves I am expecting her opponent to play. And now we can see he's taking time. I just hope he will spend more time. I absolutely hope he will spend more time here now in the position. After rook a d1, I don't know. I like queen c8. I like this move. We have queen f3, and now maybe to go knight c7, but it could be that it's better to go queen e6 to defend the pawn like this, and after here we have knight g7. But now we don't have this plan, or we have bishop c4, and we need to take it, and we have this position where, but this is not, I would say this would not be so easy to play, but it's good for white, because white has these enormous activities here, and it's a little bit getting, oh, it's getting so scary here now. It's getting very, very scary. But this is very, very far away. This is absolutely very far away. But I would say in a position like the coming back, knight to c4, we have, if bishop comes here, we might even have d4 coming, or maybe rook d8, just to put the rook here to defend. And after queen here now, because the plan is f4, I'm wondering, can we play like this? f4, can we go d4? How would this be here? After c take, we have the knight coming, and this is again getting good for white. So it's just very scary. What is scary is, sorry, we will put up the board. I'm getting, I'm sorry, what happened here now? So we get up the board here. Here we have the position. He played bishop h6. Play bishop h6. Anna has only knight g7, but I think he doesn't play the best here now. He wants to play very quickly. Anna is not at the board. She's not at the board, and he played this quickly. Maybe he wanted also, actually, when your opponent is thinking long, if you go up, it a little bit gives a signal to the opponent that the opponent should play. So some players, when their opponent is thinking very long, they decide to sit at the board, so they're hoping their opponent will just a little bit fall asleep and just think and think. But when you go up, some movements are on the board, so they might realize that it's time to move. Her opponent played bishop h6. Anna has only one move to do, knight g7. She's back here, and I think she will play it quite quickly. She cannot give exchange. There are threats taking the rook here, taking on f8. There is a threat, but Anna will absolutely go knight g7. She will put the knight here and between, and and of course now, and if her opponent go f4 now, which could be an idea, I guess Anna could go d4 here now. After f4, Anna could go d4. After f4, we have this d4 move. I'm just wondering, can we go knight e4 here now? What would be happening here? Can we go something like rook d1 here now? No, we have this queen d4. We have a terrible threat here now. So in a position like this, taking here, we will need to go queen takes here, and I'm just wondering what is happening. We have c4. Oh, this is getting crazy. After bishop take c4, we have knight f5. Oh, this is getting crazy. And in a position like this, we can even go knight f5 now, but we have this move and bishop take f5, and in a position like this, this will be more pleasant for white. This will absolutely be more pleasant for white to play. But let's see, let's go back now. This is very, very far away. This is very far away. Anna played knight g7. This was the last move played. Her opponent is thinking. He is down to 57 minutes. He's down to 57 minutes, but Anna has 37 minutes. And remember, no extra time after 40 moves, which is it's a classical game they are playing. I would say that from 1 hour it's classical game. It goes for the classical rating. So you can play classical, you can play rapid and blitz. And of course you can play other things also, but these are the 3 different ratings we have. We have ratings for classical, we have ratings for rapid and blitz. And rapid could be from 10 minutes and longer. And I would say shorter than 10, is it blitz? I think so. I think that shorter than 10 minutes is blitz. So you can have slower blitz, or what is an official tournament, it's 3+2. That's the main 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. That is the official blitz time control. So knight g7 was played. That was expected. Maybe that's why also our opponent wanted to go bishop h6. He knew that Anna will go knight g7, and he wanted to think a little bit. So with moving away the bishop, he is open up for the pawn. Will he now go rook to d here now? Will he go that? But then I like queen c8. I like this move. Queen f3, we will have pressure here, and now I like this move. And here now, all of a sudden, you can go e4 here now. What would happen? But we have c4. I'm just wondering what will happen. We have knight coming here, and here we need to play. Oh, this would be, I have no idea, but this would be a position with chances for both, I would say. We have this tremendous pawn, but black also have a pawn on d3. If you go b5 to open up, we will just defend it. If you go here far, we will probably defend it like this, I guess so. Maybe it was not the best way of defending it. It could be play something else, but this would be also activity for both of the players. So let's see, knight g7 was played. This was the last move. Oh no, this is the position. Sorry, this is the position. Knight g7 was the last move played. Yeah, Anna has a woman FM. Anna is a woman FIDE master. If you have FM, you are a FIDE master. If it's IM, you are an international master. If it's WIM, is a woman international master. If it's a GM, you are a grandmaster. A WGM, you are a woman grandmaster. There are also CM, you can also be a candidate master. So those are the titles in chess you can have. And it's nice to get a title. It can also be, it's really nice to achieve it. And Anna is, of course, she would love to become a woman international master. And I believe she will manage that when she plays more games over the board, and when she start to play just a little bit quicker. But let's see here now. Knight g7 came, and that came very quickly. She went back to the board. She looked a little bit at the position. You always need to know that. And then she saw that was the only move. And here we can see that Anna opponent is thinking more, that after he has played the opening, he knew the opening very well, he is taking his time. So there is a queen here looking, but this queen is not coming to f6. There is not coming to f6 to force a mate. There is nothing like that. We're not scared of this, but we're a little scared that this pawn will start moving here and go f4. This is a little bit what we are scared about in a position like this. So Anna, this is the 4th round. They have played 3 rounds. Anna and her opponent, they both are having 1 out of 3. So Anna, the first day, the first round was played 2nd of April on Tuesday. Anna lost that game against a player with 400 points above her. That was quite a lot. And then she won against the Spanish player. The 2nd round played yesterday morning. They had a double round yesterday morning. And in the evening, Anna lost to a German player who also was high rated. But I would say that Anna played well in all her games, but she has been spending lots of times. So even if she had fine position, the time issue have made her to make mistakes. So Anna has 1 out of 3. Her opponent is also having 1 out of 3, but he has played 2 draws and 1 win. And even if he has 200 points less than Anna, we can see that he has played very well the opening here. He's putting pressure on Anna. Now he has made some moves which has not been the precise, so that's make me, and I'm just hoping that Anna will get queen c8, rook to d8, and then she can maybe play knight to e6 and go for some d4. But d4 is double-edged because d4 will open up for the bishop, but it also will bring in the knight to e4. Yes, for all titles you need to have norms, and the highest title is to become grandmaster. After that, it's about 1,800 grandmaster, close to 1,800 grandmaster in the world, and among them I believe there are about 42 women. So the number are very small for women still, but it is increasing. And the next title is to become an international master. After that is to become a woman grandmaster, and then woman international. Then I don't know what is stronger, to become FIDE master or woman international master. I think a FIDE master could be more difficult to achieve, but I'm not sure about that. FIDE master was the actual title they introduced like 40 years ago back. I remember in the 80s when it came, because then you only had 2 titles. You had grandmaster, international master. You have also woman grandmaster and woman international master. But it was then they introduced the FIDE master title. So here we have the position. Knight g7 was played. Now what is her opponent going to play? I am guessing f4. I am guessing f4 or the rook to d1. These are the moves I am expecting her opponent to play. I did this move just to put pressure here, and if this move comes, I really want to go queen c8 because I want to get away, and this would actually be a dream of playing to go here. I don't know, bishop e2 here now. We have rook f8. If you go bishop f3, we might have some knight f5. I want to see what can we go something here. We have some activities here, and now we actually have bishop a6. I have no idea what is happening here, and we get in d4. This is getting so tactical. So after, so has he played? No, he's still thinking, let's put on the position on the board. It's like this. Last move was knight to g7. We put it from Anna's side, from the black side. Knight g7, that was a must move. White was threatening to take the rook, and rook is much stronger than a bishop. There could be certain position where bishop is stronger, but in general, rook is worth 5, bishop is worth 3. If you could win an exchange like this now, white would just keep on exchanging pieces, and in the endgame the rook is so strong. A rook against a bishop with equal pawns, there is in general no chance for the bishop to defend. You need to have at least 1 pawn. If you have 2 pawns, the bishop might be stronger. The bishop is normally stronger than the rook, but it depends on how the pawns are. But you need to have at least 1 pawn to be able to fight in general, but of course there are always exceptions. But so the rook is always becoming stronger when there are less pieces, because there are more open files, and the rook is a very strong piece in the endgame. So a rook and pawn can be stronger than a knight and bishop in the endgame. In the middle game, with lots of pieces with the queens on the board, a knight and bishop are in general much stronger. So you rook a1, this was logical. And now I want Anna to go queen c8. Yes, to go queen c8. This is the move I really hope she will do, that she will go queen c8. She will take, because now her opponent is threatening, yes, bishop e4. This is the threat, to go bishop e4 and just to grab this pawn. Anna would actually have to give the queen if a move like this comes, and I'm not sure that would be enough for her, because this e4 pawn would be gone later on. No, I don't think so. So now this was a good move, putting pressure here. I want, this pawn is now defended, so I want Anna to go queen e6. This would absolutely be a move I love her to play. And after queen f3, I like yes to go maybe rook d8. We are putting pressure here now, there. And if you go e4, yeah, we will start some tactics here now. I don't know if we can play this position. I'm a little bit wondering if we can play position like this. But now we have queen f5. And here, this is actually about equal now. This is actually about equal in a position like this. So let's see. I really hope Anna go queen c8. This was the last move, play rook to d1, putting pressure here. But now the plan for white is to go f4, because if Anna go d4, it's not as strong when the rook is just looking down here. One plan is to go f4, another one is just to go and grab the pawn with bishop c7 or bishop e4, or maybe bishop e2, bishop f3. So this pawn is weak. That's why this queen, when the rook is looking down here, this queen need to move. And Anna, there is an attack on the king. This f4 could be coming. So queen c8 is just a very, very good move. I really hope Anna will play that move, because otherwise how is she going to defend the pawn on d5? So Anna wants to change pieces here. She really wants to change pieces in an endgame. If you get Anna keeps her pawn, she would have a more useful pawn, because these three are stopping this 5. She's actually having almost 4 against 2 here now. There's the e3 pawn, but her pawn structure in the endgames are better if she will manage to get to the endgame, if she will change pieces. So she loves to change queens, because every active piece Anna takes away will will make it more difficult for your opponent to attack. So when your opponent is attacking, think of, can you make a counter attack? Can't you make a counter attack? Can you exchange some of the active pieces? In here, we really love to change the queen. And with rook a1, yeah, this is the move I really like. Yeah, stepping out. You see, d5 is still very well defended. And if there's some more pressure, we go with rook to d8. And I don't know really what white is going to do here. So after queen here, g4 would be absolutely a crazy move to play. And to go f4, I guess we will go with some d4. I have no idea what would be happening here, but this would be, and we will try to go queen c6 here now. So this would absolutely be very, very good. What? Oh no, Anna didn't go. Did she go? What did she play? What did she play? Did she do it or not? She played queen c8. She played this really beautiful move. She played this very, very strong move. Queen c8. I would say this was a must move. This was a very, very good move. The queen has to step out of the d5. She wants to change the queens. She wants to take away this queen from the board. And now she can go there. She's winning some time. There's no problem with d5, because knight is attacking, but the bishop is keeping the control. There is only one piece, and only not with queen c8. She is stepping out of the d5. She's absolutely stepping out of the d5, but she is also planning to take on h3. So she, when white had some threats, Anna is answering with the threats. She is planning to take on h3. She's getting away with the queen from the board, and she's damaging the pawn structure. So white cannot make a move like this, would not be good, because we would take and look at this pawn structure. It's not good any longer, and without the queens, the attack is no danger at all. Why this would be almost a little bit more pleasant for Anna here. Maybe it's about equal, but absolutely fine. So if white want to change, white should do it now. This was the last move, queen c8. This was a good move. I was very happy. Anna played it. I think it was almost a must move. She has to play, and maybe her opponent can go g4. That is just very, very tactical to go, because after g4, he's playing f4, but then I would like to go here, f4. I would like to just push the pawn here now. And if you go something like knight e4, we will take here on e3. If you go with check here now, we will just take it. You take here, and we will bring in the queen, and we can see that this is just winning now here. This is just winning, threatening mate in 1. So going g4 is something. Her opponent, what did he play? He played queen to, has he played now? Or no, yeah, he played something. What did he do? He played g4. He played this g4. He played this move. But I would say that Anna is not without chances. I told you, going with the pawns in front of your king, it could also be a danger. So now I like rook d8. And the idea with rook d8 is we want to go d4. We want to go d4, but there is no longer a pin. So it might be that we can... what is happening here? Sorry, this is it. G4 was played. G4 was played. That was the last move played here now. But I would say I'm a little bit shocked. He played it quite quickly. And so he's an aggressive playing. But I would absolutely, yeah, that surprised me. But it's more, maybe it's consistent. Maybe it was, but now I like rook d8. I want to go d4 and be able to take with the rook. So after f4, I will go d4. And can you go something slowly like bishop e2? We will go d4 anyway. If you come here, we take, you see the bishop is hanging. No, this is not possible. So if you're moving the bishop, you can go something like bishop f1. I'm wondering d4. Can we just go knight e4? But this is getting, I don't know what is happening. We're not really so scared of, I don't know, knight to f6, maybe even queen to c6. I don't know what is happening here. Rook to e1, and we are having d3, and this is blocked. And we are not scared of playing this position, because actually here we have even d2. This is very, very good here. Yeah, winning material. So let's see. He played this g4. That was a little bit of a shocking move for me, but I am a positional player. I play a slow player, and he wanted to say that I put my queen close here. I'm going for the attack. His plan is to go f4 now. So Anna needs to strike in the center. And this is a little bit also a saying that when your opponent is attacking you, or one on the flanks, could be on king side or on the queen side, but especially attacking your king, you can, if you can open up the center, this is a very good way to play against an attack on the king side. But of course it could be a race to see who will be first. So now her opponent is there, and he is actually standing up there in front of the board. This is actually allowed. I think it's not so nice when players do it, but it's absolutely allowed. You can stand up when you're playing, but it would be very curious if both players were standing up, but you don't stand up when it's you to move, then you should sit down. So g4 was played. I would say it was not, rook d8 is the move I really want. I want Anna to go rook d8 and to go d4. This is her plan. She needs to play. d4 now would not be so good, because you can take here with a pawn and you go knight e4, and this would actually be good for white. No, d4 is too quickly. You need to go with a rook, because if you go something here, we want to take it here, and we want to take with a rook. And now queen c6 is such a big threat. You need to go here, and in a position like this, maybe we just go queen e6. So we're kicking the pawn here now. I have no idea what could be happening in knight b5. It could be that we will just start exchanging pieces. I wonder, we have also queen c6. Oh, look at this king. Oh, this looks very, very scary. This looks scary. But this is absolutely fine to play. Absolutely fine to play. But she needs to go, I would say, rook d8 is the move I want Anna to play here. We want to go d4 and take back with the rook, because we want not white to be able to block this diagonal. So we are playing with black. Black wants to go queen c6, d4, and threats against the king. But when you go d4, you want to be able then, when white takes back, to take back with the rook. That's why rook d8 is a very, very good move here. And now Anna is Now Anna is, she's thinking, but it's again an important moment. Anna's down to 30 minutes. I'm not concerned so much about the time, not yet. But of course, they don't get extra time. They had played like 16 moves. Her opponent played his 16th move. Anna had played 15 moves, and she's having 30 minutes for the rest of the game. But rook d8 followed by d4 is just such a good plan. It's absolutely such a good plan. And then, this game could go either way. Anything could happen. It's just such a good plan. But I will see if Anna will find it. d4 directly is not good because you need to be able to take with the rook. She need to have another active piece. This one will become active if you go d4, but white will block this diagonal. And so rook d8 going for d4 is a very good way of playing here for Anna. And if you go rook d8, you go bishop e1. We will go d4 anyway. I guess we will go d4 here now. And we have this bishop a6. So maybe if you take here now, I wonder if we can maybe even we take with the rook. We got an active rook, and now this queen c6 is very annoying. And if you go f4, I'm just wondering, can we go queen c6? Maybe, you take here. We don't have a check here. We just take back. You go maybe knight e4, and we are getting lots of tactics here now. And now we are having a fantastic position. We are opening up it. So rook d8 is the move I want Anna to play. I don't know what else can she play. If she doesn't play rook t8, I'm not sure what she could play if she doesn't play rook d8. It's such a logical move because she needs to create counterplay. She can't play counterplay here on the king side. I also like this move because you're planning d4. You're also getting out of the pin. And it might be, if you need, you have also bishop f8. Try to defend your king if you need it. But the bishop stands very well on e7, and there is no problem here yet. So rook d8 is really what I hope Anna will play here now. So they played the Queen's Gambit in the opening, and her opponent played very well. He knew how to put his pieces. He played very quickly, but afterwards he has spending more time. He's absolutely spending more time, but he has much more time than Anna. And of course, this is one of the problems. I don't like Anna to go queen e6 because we have f4 coming, rook f8. I don't know what could be happening. Queen here, and now we go d4. Could f5 be coming? So it's just only helping her opponent. No, queen e6 is not the move I like. I like rook d8, absolutely, the rook d8. So Anna has played 3 games. She lost the first game on Tuesday. There was one game in the evening on Tuesday. Yesterday Anna played 2 games. She won the first one in the morning. She lost the second one in the evening. So she has 1 out of 3, and her opponent is also having 1 out of 3. But her opponent had made it in another way. He has made 2 draws, and he lost 1 game. And her opponent is actually doing a very good performance here. But we can see that now, if Anna finds the right way to play rook d8, this game will be just so crazy. This will absolutely be so crazy here. And it will be counterplay. And remember, when your opponent is attacking on the flank, see if you can open up the center. And of course, she wants to play this d4, but she wants to play it with the best conditions. And so let's see what will happen here. It's so exciting. Rook d8, I want her to play this. I don't really see any other good move either because everything else is slow. White is planning f4, f5. If white manages to play f4, f5 and Anna doesn't have any counterplay, she will be in big problem. But with rook d8 and d4, she is creating counterplay, and so this is the way she has to do it. She cannot do like this because taking here and knight d4, these open files will actually just help her opponent. This would be very scary to play against. Absolutely, this would be very scary to play against. So let's see. The position is like this. The last move was g4. This was the last move. We put the pieces like this. g4 was the last move played, and I just hope Anna will go. This is the move I would love her to play. Rook d8, and the plan is to go d4. So it's a little bit like before. I wanted Anna to take on e5, but to prepare it, but she played this more quicker. So here is the last move, g4. And it could be, now her opponent didn't play the most exact, so if Anna plays this rook d8, it's about equal the position, chances for both, absolutely. But she needs to find this plan of activating her rook, open up the diagonal here, but with the best condition. And here we can see Anna is sitting, her opponent is standing up and looking at the game from the side. And so this is the third over the board tournament Anna is playing this year. She played in Rilton Cup, the beautiful tournament we have in Sweden. It's held every year during Christmas or between Christmas, New Year's Eve, and then going on to the 5th of January. It has been held for more than 50 years. Then Anna playing Reykjavik Open, which is also a traditional tournament. It has been held for 60 years. Wow, it's such a long time. But it used to be round robin in the beginning. It was won by Tal the first year, 1964. So she played there, and this is the third time. This is a new open tournament. It's the third time it's held on Menorca, but it's a huge open tournament, with lots of players. Will Anna find the right way to go? Rook d8, planning d4. This is absolutely, I'm a little bit scared she will go d2, d4 too early. I'm a little bit scared. She needs to go rook d8, but I'm scared she will go d4 one move too early, and then she will get into problems. She needs to be able to take back with a rook on d4, just to control this e4 square. So let's see, will she play this? I'm scared she will go I think she will go d4, or can she go rook f8? She played f6. Oh no, she played f6. This is actually after f4. What is going to happen? She wants to take, but her opponent can go f5. This is getting very, very scary now. She went f6. She wanted to defend her king side like this, but I don't know what is happening. Her plan is to take here, we're taking back, and this she can absolutely play. So she played f6, well, which is not, yeah, I'm not so happy to see this move f6 here. I didn't even think of f6, but it is, yeah. Her idea is, of course, if you go f4, you take here, and you take back like this, Anna will absolutely be fine. I guess we can we go queen e6 here maybe also, and she will absolutely be fine. This is her plan to play this position, but after f6 now, if her opponent go f4, this is very, very scary. This is absolutely very scary. To go f4, she will take, to go f5, but now Anna can go e4. What is happening? Bishop e2, there are threats against d5, so she can take here now. What will happen after take here? Can we go rook, take f5? No, we have this bishop g4 coming, so this would be just very not so good. This would be actually very, very, I don't know what is happening here. Queen c6, and this is, oh, I don't know what would be happening here. Could she save this bishop here? We have a rook to f8, and we have queen d4. No, this would actually be a mate here now, so this is not possible. Yeah, this is very, very scary. This is very scary. So Anna played f6. She wanted to open up on the king side. She wanted to open up, but I'm just wondering, after f6, would it have been better than to go f5? No, because her opponent could actually play like this, but then Anna has this plan, and she can actually play like this, no, this would be bad also, knight d5. No, it wouldn't. So she played f6. This is the last move on the board. This is the last move, but now if white plays the right way, it's getting scary here. Her opponent can also go bishop c2. Let's say queen e6. What will happen? And now we have f4 with more power. So bishop c2 would be also a good move to play. And the idea with bishop c2 is then Anna will actually need to go a d4 move here. She needs to play something like this. Oh no, we have bishop b3. I have no idea what is happening here. Rook take d4, and maybe she can be fighting in a position like this, maybe, but it's getting it's more scary. So Anna played f6 here. Queen c8 was a good move. f6, this is weak, and her opponent has this very scary plan of going f4, f5, but it's not so easy to see that he's going f4 here, and he can go f5 here in this position. I would say that this is not at all easy to see. Could Anna go e4, bishop e2. If her opponent goes somewhere here, this would absolutely be, maybe is this fine to play? Position like this, she can be fighting here. Yeah, can we take on g4? And no, this would not be good. Oh, queen c6. I have no idea what is happening, but it's just so getting scary. But yeah, so f6 was played. This is the last move on the board. I wouldn't say this could be a logical move just to open up there, but this one is weak, and maybe Anna couldn't see that with rook d4 she would have a counterplay, that she would have enough counterplay, but that would have been a stronger way of playing. If her opponent find the right plan here now, it looks like he's on his way of moving. If you go, he took on f6. He took on f6. Now Anna will take back with the f6 pawn. This is good. And he can go f4 now. And what is Anna? Now Anna needs to go maybe c4 here now. Let's see, bishop c2, maybe something like queen c5, and yes, to try to get pressure here. After a move like f5, we can go g5, and we are a little bit keeping this bishop. We are putting some, can we go rook e8 here now? We have pressure against e3, and maybe if you defend it, we will have rook e5. We will even have d4 actually, maybe coming here. I don't know, not d4, but maybe rook e5, and we are absolutely in the game. But this is absolutely, oh, this is a very, is this tactical? I have no idea what is happening here. No idea what is happening in this crazy position. So this is very long, but okay, her opponent took quickly on f6. Anna took back on f6. This is the position. This is the last move played. This is the last move played. He took on f6. This was not the strongest way of playing, but he did that quickly. Let's see. Now Anna has got her bishop more active. This would be a huge blunder. We just take the queen. You cannot move, try to move the bishop away. We can go something like f4, and then I like this way of activating the pieces to put pressure here. Could her opponent go bishop e2? I don't know. Queen c5. You don't have time for this because we have a check here. Maybe even taking on c3 first, like this, and we would take here. And this we will actually, after moving somewhere, we would be able to take it, because when you take, we have taken back, we check. That's very important. So that's very far away. So he took on f6. Anna took back, bishop takes. What will her opponent do? Will her opponent go bishop e2? No, that would be a huge mistake, because Anna will go d4, and there's no more knight e4. Why did I want to go bishop e2? I was planning to put it here, but this is not a good way. Her opponent could he go bishop here? Yes, to go some bishop b3. After we have queen e6, we have f4, and maybe we can put some pressure. I don't know if we can put some pressure on e3 pawn here now. f5 is coming. Yeah, this is, can we do? We can't go d4. This could actually be just losing the game, because we have this move and we have bishop b3 in the end. So let's see. So Anna he took back. Now his opponent is thinking. Now Anna's opponent is thinking. He's down to 42 minutes. Anna has spent 24 minutes. But when taking on f6, Anna took back. Now she's getting, he still has this plan with f4. I don't know if he goes f4. I would say d4 is not so good, because on knight e4 we would take here. Can we take here on e3? Can you take here? This would absolutely be, we have e2, so we could play like this. We have rook fe1, but here maybe we could go bishop d4 and to play this position. And if you take here, we would actually just take back, and here we would see position with it exchange down. I would say that black has some compensation. The question is it enough with the compensation? After a move like bishop e2, we will go maybe queen e4, maybe queen c6, maybe moving away the rook somewhere. But this would absolutely, we could even play a position like this, because here we have this knight f4, and this would absolutely be fine to play a position like this. I don't know which piece we should take, probably maybe with the king. This is far away, this is very far away, but I wanted just sometimes to show some principle that you can play with. You have unbalanced position. Let's say you have a bishop and a pawn against a rook. It means it's not balanced. A rook and against a rook, this is a balanced position. Unbalanced can also be that you play with the queen against the two rooks, so you play with the queen against the rook and bishop. And sometimes, and also when you give an exchange, sometimes you can give an exchange for nothing at all. You just damage the pawn structure. And we have these very famous players who can play like that, like Petrushan, Ulf Andersson. There are also other players who love to give. There is actually Topalov, he also loves to play with this unbalanced given exchange when he doesn't get any pawns, but he damages his opponent's pawn structure. So an unbalanced position could be very, very difficult to value. Absolutely, very, very difficult to value, I would say. I would guess her opponent will go f4, but it could also be that he will move the pawn to this move. Would be a mistake. I guess we can just go c4, you going back, we go d4, and after knight d5, we could even take it like this, and we put the pawn on d3 here. I think so. d3 would actually not be so good. Maybe we should just keep it queen c5 like this. This would absolutely be completely fine to play like this. I don't know, like g5, we will just bring it here, and after f4 we can just take it. We have actually a d3 check here now. This is not good. So let's go back. This is just very far away. But what am I guessing? I'm guessing f4. This is logical to keep on playing against the king. This is to play, and the plan with f4 is to go f5 to open up, because we have one piece looking at the king, we have another piece here close to the king, and we have 3 pieces. But white wants to bring in the pawn, so we're marching with the pawn to f4 to f5. The pawn will enter, but also the rook will enter here. So it will be actually 2 pieces entering the attack. So I would say that f4 is a logical move to play. What has he played here yet? No, he hasn't played. He is thinking. He is absolutely thinking. This was the last move played. Anna took back. She played f6, her opponent took, and she took back. And after f4, what? But after f4, e3 will be a weakness. Will Anna go queen e6? But we have f5 now, and we can take here and go queen f7, and this will absolutely be we have a king here. Can the king run away to f2? This could absolutely be scary, because I have no idea what is happening here. We can take, and we are bringing in the pieces. We're getting bishop c2 here now, and we are putting the king away from this diagonal, so there is nothing scary here. So so I expect her opponent to go f4, but after f4, if he goes f4, let's see, here we have the position. If you play f4, e3 will be a little weak, so Anna could go c4 and put the queen on c5 to put pressure on e3. That could absolutely be possible. If he doesn't play f4, what more could I expect? Maybe to move the bishop somewhere. Maybe bishop c2 could be a possibility also to play. But you shouldn't look too much about the rating. Anna's opponent is performing like, I think, 2,200, maybe 50. He's making a very good performance here. So his poor performance very much about his rating. So rating is telling what you have played before, but it doesn't tell you what you play in this game. So we always have to be a little bit careful with evaluating a player only because of the rating. Her opponent is playing far above his rating in this tournament. He has also played very fine here, I would say, but didn't play the most precise because he had a huge advantage. But now white is still a little bit better. White is still better if white go f4, but Anna is absolutely in the game when he took on f6 and Anna took back with the bishop. And Anna, she's down to 24 minutes, but we can see that her opponent, when he's now playing himself, he's taking time. And what could we expect him to play here now? I don't know, actually. What could he do here now? I think f4 is logical. f4 or moving the bishop. These are the only move I could see. He could go something like queen d3, but this doesn't look so logical, because after f4 here, or can we go move like d4? No, we have f5, because this one is defending. This one is defending, and taking here, we can take back with the pawn, and we will just come here And if you take with the bishop, we will play, this would actually, we cannot take back now, this would actually lose the queen. There is the check here, so it's not possible. But we just move this away, and we can absolutely play this position. It's just getting very, very crazy here. I have no idea what will happen, but it looks, maybe it's good for black here, but it's so tactical. And this is, so here we have the position, and bishop take f6 was the last move, bishop take f6, and now he played. What did he play? He played, what did he do? Did he go f4? Did he go, he went f4. This is the most logical move, and this is also the best move. So he is playing against Anna, and now, will Anna now put pressure on the e3 pawn? She can do that with c4. She can also do that. c4, queen c1 is a way of putting pressure with her. It's absolutely a way of putting pressure with her against e3. And this is what I would like to play. Maybe you can go something like, I don't know, queen c6, and we have f5 here now. g5 is always very dangerous because we have bishop b5. We have bishop b5 would actually, queen c6 is not a good move because d5 will be very weak then. No, I don't like queen c6 here. This was the last move played. I don't like it. What would I like to play here now? I would like, yes, I would probably go c4 here. Maybe this is not the best, and I would go queen c5. But now maybe you have time for knight e2. And what is happening? You have the knight to d4 here. Is this possible to play? And we are trying to put some pressure here now on e7 with this move. So this is maybe how I would have played this. But c4, you give this beautiful square for the knight, but we're trying to get some activities. So this is what I would like to play. d4 is not so good because of knight e4. Anna could actually, she can go c4 now here. I have now rook c1, we have b5, we have, and now we just keep on going here. This would be, what will be happen here? I have no idea. We have the pawn walking here to f6, and we can actually give already an exchange here. This is absolutely getting crazy. This is getting very, very crazy. So this is so crazy. So lots of things can happen here. What would I expect Anna to do? Maybe f4 was the last move played. Anna has 21 minutes. She's playing on Menorca. There's a very beautiful open tournament held for the third time. It's the fourth round. Anna is having 1 out of 3, exactly like her opponent. This is how the pairing system is done. You are paired against players with the same points, and normal with players who needs to have another color. Her opponent played black yesterday, so he's yesterday evening, I guess, so he's white now. Anna played white yesterday evening, so she is playing with the black pieces here now. f4 was played. I put it in red. This was the last move. It could be Anna go d4. It could be, what else could she play? I don't think she go any more like this, because after that we have f5 here now. Take, and actually it could be that this is a very good move to play, but wow, this is very difficult move to play, because after queen e7 you will take on d1. This, and if you go queen f7, this is not possible. We have g5, we have this threat of bishop e6, and this would be winning. So yeah, so I don't think she will go queen e6 here now. I would have gone c4 and queen c5. This is what I would have played. You can play a move like this, but d4 is not really a threat. After f5, bishop e6 is coming. You will need to take here, and if you take like this, maybe this is absolutely possible to play this position here. But we have maybe rook coming up here and rook g4. So yeah, d4 we always have a knight to e4, and we can see if you take here how scary everything here will become. Maybe rook to f6, and yeah, we have bishop c4. I don't know what is happening, but it looks rook is hanging on d8. Yeah, there's so many tactics, and the question is, will the tactics work for Anna or will it work for her opponent? f4 was the last move played, and Anna has played. What did she do? What did she do? She played rook e8. Oh, she played rook e8. She played rook e8, and yeah, maybe this is a logical move to play. But maybe there's a logical move to play. Anna wants to go d4, not allow knight e4. If f5 comes now, Anna needs to go g5. She needs to stop it. And this looks very, very normal to play. But And now her opponent, can her opponent go something like that? Do we have d4 here now? Can we take here? Can we take it? No, we cannot take. We can even take with the queen, or maybe just with the knight. And we can see that after taking, we have bishop take d4, I guess. No, not bishop take 4. We take here. And when the knight moves away, we have, I don't know, queen c6. No, this is not such a big threat, but we have knight d4, and the knight is coming here. Yeah, this is getting so crazy, but the bishop pair will be stronger here. So Anna played rook e8. Now her plan is that after f5, she will go g5, and there's no way that white can go g5 because we will take the queen here. So after f5, she will want to go g5, but there's a problem with this, and the problem with this move is that white has a plan of moving the queen, maybe queen g3, but this is not such a good move because we have c4 and d4. We have c4 is actually the best, moving away the bishop, and maybe queen c5. We have threats here now, and now the bishop is not defending e3 any longer. Here we have this, I don't know if we can play rook d8. Can we go d4? No, d4. This looks such a strong move. I have no idea why is this not so good, but it looked so good, but it's just still possible to, in a position like this, the idea is to take, we take with the knight, but in the end we have this g5 hanging. So but this is her plan. She played rook 8, and it's a logic, it's absolute logic. This is the square she wants to keep under control. And no, this is not the position. Rook 8 was the last move. I didn't, this is played f4. Her opponent played f4 and answered with rook 8. She is planning d4. This is her plan, to go d4. And yeah, f5 is scary. After f5, Anna will absolutely go, she will need to go g5, and this is her plan to stop it. But I don't know, if something like this comes, she will need to just blow up the position with d4, and this will be very crazy. Taking here now, I guess we take with the queen. Can we take on e8? And I have no idea. We need to take back here. What will happen here? And you can take here. And the problem is we cannot take with the bishop. We need it here. And in a position like this, we have, yeah, the knight cannot go to any good square here. In position like this, we will just maybe bring in the rook. Maybe queen e4 could be a good move. But even bring in the rook, because after rook e1, we have maybe queen c6, maybe queen e4. Even queen c6 is also a good move, I would guess. But maybe even queen b5, queen a4 could be a good move. Everything would be fine. So here the two bishops would be stronger than the rook and the knight. They would be maybe not stronger, but would be compensation. So f4, rook e8 was played. Rook e8 was played, and it's logic, this move. She wants to go d4, not allowing the knight to e4. Anna, and she didn't want to spend too much time, and she had to play, she needed to play something. If her opponent, actually I would say with this move, Anna is also planning c4, rook e5. So one is she wants to open up, not allowing knight e4, but let's see you play, we play something like this, then we have c4, you're coming down, and I think we can go queen c5. How are you going to defend this? You are actually getting into problem here, and I guess we can even go d4 here now. You take here, I'm wondering how we should take. Maybe we should even take like this, check here, because this poor king, where is it moving? If you go queen e3, we have this beautiful rook e8, and if you take here now, we can actually play here, king f2, and we have a mate over here. You see how strong the bishop can be. But this is very, very far away, of course. But these are the plans. So rook 8 is a logical move. It's a logical move, but it means that there is a race. If it was Anna to move, she would absolutely be in time. But it's her opponent to move. So if her opponent plays slow move, Anna will absolutely be in time here now. Can her opponent play bishop c2? No, then we will go d4, and this will be craziness. What is happening here now? No, her opponent doesn't have time for a slow move. Her opponent hasn't time for a slow move. This is a race, and f5 is a good move, but after f5, I am convinced Anna will go g5. She needs to go g5 to stop the bishop, and the problem is that this bishop is out of the game, but white has a long-term plan, and this is actually the best move, but it's difficult to play, to allow you to take here, and To take knight to d5, yeah. So this is a good move. Queen d2 is actually a very good move to play here, but I would say this is so difficult. What would happen in a position like this? We have bishop d4 coming, and the idea is you cannot take, you need to move, you have bishop c4. Oh, now this is, wow, what is going to happen here? I have no idea, but this is actually so crazy here. Can we go king h8? I have no idea what is the best, but this is just getting so crazy. So here we have the position. Has he played? Has her opponent played? No, he's thinking. He's down to 30 minutes, and we could see that after the opening, he's spending times, and of course, it's such a tactical position. I would say it can go anyway, but this is a strong move. If white plays f5, white will have the advantage. And sometimes you can see there's some players passing by, but it is because they are looking at the game. You can only see looking at the game from this side, and we see that Anna and her opponent, they're having an own board for the game, which is very, very beautiful. You have such a lot of space when you play, and I actually love this because I'm always bringing lots of things to the board: water, coffee, tea, my glasses, maybe 2 pair of glasses. So it's just beautiful to have lots of space for the score sheet, for everything you need to have when you are playing your game. And here we can see both of them are fully focused. I just hope he will spend some time before he play the move. Now Anna is planning c4, queen c5. I would absolutely say this is her plan to play. And Anna, yeah, so Anna is playing against Sung Yu Yang. He has only 1900, but he's performing so much above that in this tournament. He's performing like, I don't know if it's 2250, but he has played against high rated players every game, and he has scored 1 out of 3. He has made 2 draws in the last 1 game. And Anna, she has also played 3 games like everyone, and Anna lost the first game against a young player from China who was 400 points ahead of her. Then she won against a Spanish player who was 200 points had 200 points less than Anna. Did he play? No, he's still thinking. I'm so happy he's still thinking. And then Anna, yesterday she played against a player from Germany. He was a FIDE master, close to 2,400. Anna played well, but with get a little time, she didn't find the best move, and she lost the game. So Anna is having 1 out of 3. This is the 4th round in Menorca Open. They will play 9 games, so there's going to be another game today. I think it's 5 o'clock CET round. It will be the 5th round. There will be only 1 game tomorrow. I think I'm very happy for that. And then on Saturday there will be 2 rounds more, and the last game will be played on Sunday. And so there are close to 360 players in the 2 groups. There are 9 players in the A group who are leading the tournament with 3 out of 3. And Anna, she's rated like 190, around 190 among these 270. I think it's about 270 players who play in the A group. So you can see Anna is on the second half. It's such a strong open tournament, and it's very beautiful. So many players going to Menorca, which is less known than Mallorca. And this is the first time Anna played this open tournament, and I believe it's the first time Anna is on Mallorca also. On Menorca, not Mallorca. And so let's see, her opponent is thinking. He's looking in the center, and I think that's very normal because we can see the things are taking place here. I would say HG, this HG, FED, maybe not so much C5, but here, this is where the things are taking place. So the last move Anna played was the rook to E8. I put it in red so you can see this was the last move. It's a logical move, but is it enough? If Anna was to move, she would be absolutely fine. But because she put in pressure on E3, she also want to plan D4 and not allow the knight to come to E4. And he played F5. He played this very, very good move. And now, let's see. I think Anna will go G5. I think she will go G5. I think this is absolutely what she planned to go G5. And I just hope she will play the move G5. So this is the last move played. This was a very good move he played, and Anna has 20 minutes, but it's very, I think she has to go g5. I cannot see anything else. I think she actually would be losing. It could also be that Anna wants to take here, but you can take with anything here. Actually, after this, you can actually take here. And how, if you take here, you have bishop take f5, and after you have queen take h7, this would just be losing the game. So Anna cannot take on f5. This is the big threat to take on g6. She needs to go g5. She really needs to go g5, absolutely. No, bishop rook take e3 is not possible because you can just grab it back with bishop take e3. So with going f5, her opponent is actually, I forgot to say that. Yes, I forgot to say that this was the threat Anna was having, rook take e3. I forgot it, thank you so much. But after f5, he defends against this threat. The pawn on e3 is defended. And this is why I think Anna needs to go g5. And now, I said this is, but bishop c2 is also a way of defending against this, because if you go here, bishop d4, we have rook to take d4. And this is not working for black. So I just hope Anna will go g5. This is the only move she can do to just stay in the game. f5 was a very good move he played. Now he came back. It could be he wanted to take some water, go to the bathroom. When you're playing in a chess tournament over the board, this is the last move play. You are having a big playing area where you're allowed to go, you're allowed to walk around, you're allowed to go to the bathroom room, or if you are a smoker, you are allowed to go to the smoking area. So it's a huge place, which is the playing area, but you're not allowed to go outside that. You're not allowed to bring your mobile. You're not allowed to bring your Apple, if you have a smart watch or anything, this you're not allowed to do. So because it's very, very strict, this could be, and g5 was played. This was absolutely a must move. This was absolutely a must move. And let's see, what is her opponent going to do? Her opponent, if you go up, this would be a blunder, I would say. But maybe could it be that even in a position like this, that white is fine? It could actually be that white is even fine in a position like this. But this white is getting two pieces. Will take the g5 pawn, has a pawn running here on f6. Yes, white would be winning here also. So even queen f3 could be, it's not a blunder, because even this is actually not a threat, because this pawn structure has actually helped black, helped white. So he has played. Anna played g5. What did he do? He played quickly. He played bishop c2. He played bishop c2. This was the last move. But now I like Anna to go d4. I like her to go d4 here now. This is absolutely the move I want her to play. Yes, to go d4, because he planning to take on d5, but I like d4 move to be played. And if you take, we take here, you're not winning a piece. I think we take like this way. We need to take it like this. If you take with the bishop, we will absolutely, yes, give an exchange. And this, I think maybe this will start walking down here. This will not be possible to play. I don't know, can we go something like this? But we have check here, what is happening. Oh, we have what is going to happen. And this is waking up. This is getting a mate very quickly. So we cannot do that. So bishop c2 was played. So now there, Anna cannot play this here. Bishop d4, we will just take it. But even sacrificing a queen, we could see was strong. So after bishop c2, the plan is to take on d5. Can she do something else? No, I don't think so. After a move like this, we will just grab this. And there is no way Anna can get to the c5 pawn. She doesn't have queen c5 any longer. So no, she needs to go d4. Bishop c2 was played, and she needs to go d4. And if this is taken, which I would expect, because of the b5, we have c4 now. So she will need to, after this is taken, she will need to take back. We have a check here now. King comes here, and maybe knight d5 could be a move to be played here now. And now actually this is the best move, but we'll just to keep this block. And now we have some queen c6 coming. How is this position? I have no idea how it is. This would absolutely be absolutely a fighting position to play. You can play here. I guess we take with the king, and you can go bishop e6. and white would maybe be a little bit better here, but we can absolutely play in this position. I don't know, rook d8 could maybe be possible. If you go rook c1, we have the rook to e7. We're keeping everything. We have a pawn on black, so this is absolutely fine to play. Let's go back. So he played bishop c2. This was the last move he played, bishop c2. His plan, he's putting threats on d5. He's putting threats on d5. And now I just want Anna to play her plan d4. This is absolutely very, very important move that she plays, because she cannot defend the pawn on c6. This is no way she can defend the pawn on d5. So she needs to open up the position for her bishop. She absolutely needs to go d4. And her opponent went this here, because after d4 here, Anna, if he moves the bishop knight here, we would just take on c2, but he has this very important in-between move, check. Anna will need to come away, and now knight d5 would be a good move, but here this is not such a good move to play here, because rook b8, I'm just wondering, can we keep the blockade? There is a threat of going h4 here now, queen c5, and now maybe even, I don't know if h4 would be a good move. No, we have d3 coming. We might have some counterplay here. This is, but you have b4, you have rook c1, you have lots of things here. So let's see. This, he played bishop c2. This was absolutely also a fine move to play, I would say. Anna needs to go d4. She's down to 15 minutes, and but you only have d4, otherwise this pawn on d5 will be gone, so there's nothing else she can do, and she needs to go d4, and after that, so he wants to block this diagonal. She needs to go d4, and after that she needs to take with the pawn. This is very important. And then we have the check, we have the king here now, knight here, and she needs to go queen d4, and just a little bit to play against. If you take here, we will just take back here now. If you take here, we will take here, and we can have this blocking piece here now. We can go rook d8, and if you play, I don't know, some slow move here, I wonder if we have time to go bishop c8, but maybe this is not the best way. Maybe we should, I'm not sure what is the best way. We cannot go queen f6. Maybe king h8 is good. We have some plan of trying to get in the queen on the long diagonal, but it could be more safe to have the king on h8. But this is very, very far away. This is very far away. But bishop c2 was played, and now it's a threat of taking the pawn on d1, d5. It's a threat of taking the pawn on d5. So Anna is down to 13 minutes, but she has only one move. So it's like this, because it's such a tactical position, and then these there are sometimes then you get to this position that you only have one force move. He will take on d5. You have no way of actually then he will just blow up the position with e4. You go d5, and you can actually, I don't know what is happening here. Now maybe we will be fine, but can we go some e5 here? Oh, this would absolutely get crazy. This is absolutely very, very fine, and Anna would just be. So he is planning now with bishop c2. He's planning to take on d5, but if Anna makes a slow move like this, he will absolutely go e4. I think so. I think e4 is a move he will play. He can also go queen f3, putting more pressure on this one. Maybe this is actually the best way of playing. After d4, we have knight to e4, and there's no more. So it could be rook d8. No, to move this again would not be good. He will just put more pressure. After queen f3, he has a plan of going h4. No, Anna needs to go d4. d4 is absolutely, and it looks so natural, but yeah, it looks so natural, but she really needs to go d4 here. So this is the fourth round, and now they have been playing like almost 3 hours. They started 10 o'clock this morning. They also played yesterday evening, and no, Anna hasn't played yet. She hasn't played yet. This was the last move played. Bishop c2 was the last move to be played, and now they're playing against. You need to have lots of energy, and I would say with this quite a quick time control, you are You have quite a quick time control, but also quite a very heavy schedule with lots of games and little time. So d4, I want Anna to push. So finally this bishop is getting out. I just want her to push this pawn. She needs activity. If she doesn't go for activity, this might be coming queen f3, queen g2, where actually yes, it's lots about this square, and it's so difficult to defend this pawn. It's really so difficult to defend this pawn. No, after a move like bishop a6, we would just take on d5, we would have threats on f6. So this bishop needs to defend here. We want to open it up. You see this bishop is coming active. So d4 is absolutely a must move in this position. White is having, because this is, if this pawn starts moving, and white has this plan, putting more queen f3, putting more pressure here. After d4, she can go knight d4, and also after that going h4, blowing up here. And Anna, she would love to have this knight on f7, but the knight cannot come from g7 to f7. If she could move the knight on f7, oh, that would be fantastic, but it's not possible. So this is the last move, play bishop c2. Bishop c2. So after d4 is played, this would open up, and she needs to go for this. She will absolutely needs to go for this. And she has played. What did she play? What did Anna play? She played d4. This was a must move, and also the most active move. She played d4. Did her opponent play? No, he hasn't played yet, and he will need to take on d4. Anything else, Anna will be better, but this is also a very logical move, because he wants to give a check on b3 later on, and if he gives the check first, no, Anna will have c4. This would be winning, so he will absolutely take on d4. Maybe he will think a little bit, but he will absolutely take on d4, and Anna needs to take back with the pawn. This is very, and here it came, he took on d4 very quickly. This is lost, and Anna now needs to take with the pawn. If she takes with the bishop, she will actually be lost, so she cannot take with the bishop. She needs to take back with the pawn. This is just very, very important to do, just to take with the pawn. There is no danger of going something like queen c6. We would just block it with d5, and we have a healthy extra pawn. So she needs to take on d4 with the pawn. Absolutely, yeah, this is the right way of playing. Now it looks like a pin here, but with the king standing here, white has this in-between move, king h8, and now again white needs to either take on g7 or to go knight d5. And here I like queen d8, just to play this position, just to play this position. And in a position like this would actually be a mistake. We would take here, we would go queen take here, coming here, and I think we would just go maybe something like queen g8, and we are also having this diagonal, we are having also threats here, so this would absolutely be fine to play for absolutely fine to play for Anna. This is not the game, this is the game. He took on e3, he took here, this is the last move. Anna needs to take back with the pawn. She absolutely needs to take back with the pawn. Playing over the board, I would just say keep on playing over the board, analyze your games afterwards with your opponent, and just keep on, and don't lose faith. Actually, when you play chess, I think we are competing with ourselves. We just try to be our strongest ourselves. So just keep on, and you can play lots of different kind of tournaments. You can play blitz, rapid, and classical, but I would say that if you play over the board, don't only play blitz, play also at least rapid. And if you like classical, there are very different way of playing all these three. But of course, most important is just that you play what you enjoy. But I would just say keep on playing and enjoy chess. But I think you will learn a lot, and especially analyzing the game afterwards with your opponent. What did Anna play? What did she play? Did she take back with the pawn? She took with the pawn. That was a must move. That was absolutely a must move. Now he cannot. She needed to take it. She needed to keep her bishop. This bishop has to defend the king, so she needed to play that. And so bishop b3 was forced, and he needed to go away. Anna needs to move away her king. Absolutely, she needs to move away the king. So king h8 is absolutely the only way she can go. She needs to move away the king, because otherwise this will be so weak, and king on f8 will be so dangerous. You need to move away the king to gh8, and I'm a little bit why is she thinking here? I ask why doesn't play it quickly, because here there is only one move to make, and she can't get into the pin. She needs to move the king to h8. but she wants a little bit. I don't know why she takes time here. There is only one move to do. King h8. This is absolutely one move to do. But we are playing in the morning. We are absolutely playing in the morning. So the moves come slower. But Anna doesn't have so much time, only 8 minutes. And I don't like that she is thinking she cannot get her king into the pin. This would be a disaster. She needs to defend this h6 pawn. She needs to go to the king to h. And I'm just, so here it came. Absolutely here it came. Bishop f7 is not anything to be scared of, because Anna would just take on c3. She would absolutely just take on c3. So after a move like this, I would just thinking, no, we would actually go, we would just take here. I'm just going here. We will have a move like check here. Look at this king, and we will just move in. Maybe we can even go knight h5. We can actually go, no, we can't go. There is a threat here now. Can we come here? I'm just wondering what is happening here now, and we can defend everything with rook e7. This will be fine. So bishop f7 is nothing to be scared of, but of course with little time you cannot know that. Her opponent, if her opponent take it, she needs to take back with the king. Absolutely, she needs to back with the king. This is nothing to be scared of. We can go queen c5. I wonder, can we take here also? No, after this, we don't have time to take here, because the rook take f6 and white would be winning. Rook d7 is coming. So this is scary. But after a move like this, we have queen c5 and we are actually winning. We have some knight d5. We will just grab it. So this is not, the bishop needs to be there. So Anna, this was played. Oh, I'm getting so excited. Check was played, king h8. And Anna is a little bit worried about bishop f7, but her king needed to be on h8. Her king needed to be on h8. Her opponent has like 26 minutes, but he has the best move he can go is knight d5. If he comes here and he go knight d5, now this is not so good move. Why is this not so good move? Maybe Anna can go rook e3. What is happening here? Queen d2, and we can go rook b8, playing like this. And I'm just wondering what is the difference if we go knight d5 here, we take here, and we go rook e3. Why is this? This is not the same with the bishop. I think it's because we have this plan with h4. So this is the difference. So let's see what her opponent will do. What will her opponent do here? He has played, what did he play? He played knight to d5. This is absolutely the best move. And now the best is going queen d8. Now the best is going queen d8, just to keep the blockade. It could be that Anna takes f7, but I don't like this, that she takes on d5. That would scare me. After she takes on d5, white has this very tremendous plan of going queen d2 and h2. So queen d8 is the best move to play. This is absolute, to have this position and we keeping this bishop. So here she has to think of, what bishop do I want to play, keep with, and this bishop is better than this, but she need to blockade the f pawn. So this is why queen d8 is a good move. Can we go something like this? Queen e3. This looks actually a bit dangerous because we're getting into a pin here now, and I don't know, if we go something like this, maybe we can go and we just pick up the piece here. Maybe we will just keep up the piece here. This will absolutely be very fine to play for black. So knight d5 was played. Now this is, sorry, what has happened? Check here, king here, knight d8 was played. Now Anna needs to go queen d8 to keep more or less the balance, but I would say the white is still maybe tiny better, but queen d8 is absolutely a must move. But it could be that Anna take on d5 because that it takes, she wants to take away this annoying bishop, but actually this one is stronger for her. So this is absolutely a very good move to play. Queen d8. Will Anna find queen d8? Because also now white is planning a rook c1, rook c7, getting in with the pieces, or actually planning just to take here. So Anna has only two moves. She can take on d5 or go to queen d8. There are no more other moves. If she moves this one will just keep on walking, and this pawn will just win the game immediately. So she needs to block the f5 pawn. She needs to block it. And she played queen d8. She played this very, very good move, queen d8. This was absolutely the best. I'm so happy to see that she did it. She played this very, very nice move. And I'm very glad to see that when Anna is under pressure, she finds these good moves. She really finds this absolutely good move. And now her opponent needs to take on f6, either now or taking on g7 first. He needs to play this. This was absolutely must move, and Anna find it. She see that this bishop is more stronger than that one, and so her opponent can take the bishop pair, but this bishop is a little bit out of the game. It can exchange on g7, but you have a tremendous bishop here. But there's still lots of things can happen. I would say that this is maybe tiny better for white, because if it depends on what white will play here now. But queen d8 was such a good move. I'm so happy to see that. The big problem for Anna is that the time, can we get her to play quicker? If we will manage that, or if she will do that, Anna will be getting higher up. She will get the title she's dreaming about, but it's a problem with the time, and I know how easy it is to play slowly with the time, because I'm exactly the same when I am playing. So it's not easy, but queen d8 was the good move, and it's a little bit like Anna saying, if you play too quickly, then it's so easy to go wrong. So she wants to spend time, and she's playing very, very nicely also in this difficult position, and she finds this only move, queen d8. I'm so happy to see that. And let's see what her opponent will play here now. What will her opponent play? And as I said, her opponent can her opponent to go away with this would absolutely be very, very bad. Look here, a5, knight d3. I guess we can go, then we go, yes, rook e3. Where is this queen, poor queen going? You have to go maybe something like this. Now we actually take with this, and we're coming here, and here we have, oh, this is actually a mate. Oh, this is getting a mate here. So we have counterplay. No, her opponent must, in this position, her opponent needs to take on f6. The question is, will her opponent take e? And if he takes here now, Anna cannot take this, because f6 will be coming. And in a position like this, here takes, this is actually, we have rook take d4. This is why it doesn't work for Anna. So this would absolutely be losing. So if he takes on g7, queen d8 was played. This is the last move. If he takes here, Anna needs to keep the blockade. She needs to take with the king. This is very, very important. She needs to stop this f-pawn from moving. And if he takes here, she needs to take back with the queen. And now rook e3 is a big threat. So I would say that if you go something like that, I don't know, do we have time for rook e3? No, because rook c7 is coming, but we go rook e7. We can also go rook c8. We are changing one. And if you're coming like this, we can actually play this, and we can go queen e1. We are getting some heavy threats here now, and we are planning rook e7 to keep everything under the control. If you go queen h5, we would actually give it check, and we will pick up the rook with the check. So this is the position. Anna played this beautiful queen d8. Is her opponent is thinking he is down to 23 minutes. Anna has only 6 minutes, and she is absolutely fine in this position. Maybe she's absolutely fine. Now this is not played. This is the position. I don't think he has taken. No, his bishop is still there. Anna played queen to d8. She defended the bishop on f6. She is attacking the. Oh, sorry. How can I do this? She is actually looking. The queen is looking towards. The queen is looking towards d5. So she's threatening to win a piece, and the only way to defend the piece would be to play something like this. But we have queen d6, and we have rook d8, and this would actually cause white some problems. I have no idea. Can you play something like this and go h4? But we would absolutely. I think we are winning a piece here now. Isn't this a good way of playing this? You can take here now, but we are having an extra piece. So this is very, very far away, absolutely. But this would be very dangerous for our opponent to defend on d5, because he needs to defend it then by going with a pin. So most logical is that he take on f6. He can take on g7 first if he wants to, but anything else would absolutely not be good. And this is not good because we would take it back with the check. We would just take it back with the check and we take on d5, and this would be absolutely the end of the game. So I cannot see anything else for our opponent to do than to take on f6 and then maybe to take on g7 to put his bishop on e6 to block this file, to block the e file, and to try to make the rooks not so active. I would say that white is maybe a little bit better than, but what is good in black's position that we have the pawn on black squares. So let's see what he will play. He is having now 21 minutes. Anna only down to 6 minutes. We shouldn't forget she doesn't get extra time after 20 moves. So it doesn't matter if you make 30, 40, 50 moves. Anna will only be having these 6 minutes plus 30 seconds per move. So so it's not so much time. There will be other critical moments to come, but she has played very nice moves. She was under pressure after the opening, and afterwards her opponent didn't play, and he played something. What did he do? I think he took on f6. He took on f6, and Anna quickly took back on f6. She won a little bit of time. This was absolutely... Now Anna is planning rook e3. She is planning rook e3, and we can see that the rook... So maybe the best for white is to go rook f1, but I would say that rook f1 is not an easy move to play in a position like this. I wonder, after rook f1, could we go rook e5? Would this be possible? But no, this is not a good way of playing because we have bishop take g5. I'm sorry. So rook fe1 could absolutely be a move. Anna is planning rook e3. In this position, this is a threat. So maybe rook fe1 is a good way of playing. And here, what could we do now? And the idea is queen c6, there is not really any threats, because if you go after rook f1, if you go queen c6, we can actually only just take on, we can even go f6. I'm wondering why is f6 such a good move, and we will go rook f1 and we are bringing in our pieces. No, this is not possible. We shouldn't do, the queen needs to be on f6 to block this pawn. It's actually better for white to be without this pawn. This is the position. I expect her opponent, has he played? I expect her opponent, I thought he should take on g7, but rook fe1 is a good move here to play. Maybe this is actually the best move to play, rook fe1, and after a move like rook fe1, maybe Anna should just take it. Can she go something like rook d8? Can she do it? She could actually go even d3, but this would be very difficult to play. No, why would we give it pawn? So maybe I'm wondering if we can go take and go rook d8, and the plan is to just if you take here, can we take back with the king? This is what I want to do. No, we have rook e6, and this is getting into problems. So I would say rook e1 is a very, very good move here, because I would say that white is still better. White is still better, so it's more clever to keep the bishop here. I thought it was better to take on g7. No, it's more better to keep. But Anna is having a big threat. This is actually a very, very big threat, so her opponent should not allow her to play that. Anna has played 3 games. This is the 4th round. Anna has 1 out of 3. She has won 1 game. She has lost 1 game. She's playing her 4th round here like everyone else. The 5th round will come this evening. So much chess in so short time. They're playing 9 games in the tournament on MENORCA. It's held for the 3rd time, and there are close to around 270 players in the first group. There are about 90 players in the second, 80, 90 players in the second group. So lots of players, and Anna is playing against a player who is playing very well. He is less rated, but he has played very fine in this game. Anna has been under pressure. She has a little bit less pressure, but it's still after rook e1. I don't know. After rook e1, I would expect maybe Anna to go rook here. What could be happen? Could he take this? No, this would actually be good for Anna. This would absolutely help her, and to go something like this. But this is absolutely, yeah, we just grab the bishop. You see, I'm a little bit tired. So after, has he played? Did he play? No, he hasn't played. Oh, I will just put out the live. Here we have the live position. The last move was knight took on f6, Anna took back with the queen on f6. Now her opponent is down to 70 minutes, but he still has 10 more minutes, and these 10 more minutes could be important. So I would say that Anna is planning the rook to e3 to put in a rook on a very strong file, and even also maybe rook e2 could also be a threat. So her opponent needs to stop it, and her opponent can stop it with a rook to e1 or with a rook to e1 or taking on g7 and going taking on g7 and going bishop e6. This is also a way of playing this. You need to stop the f pawn and going here. This could absolutely be a way of playing this. And here maybe it's good to put the king here, but this is very difficult. And if you go something like this, I would say that white is a little bit better in this position. I don't know if you can try to exchange here to play this position, how this could be. But this will be a little bit more pleasant for white. But I think it's because the better pawn structure. And here we see an isolated pawn. Let's go back to the game. Let's go back to the game. Her opponent is still thinking, I shouldn't go so far away. This is the last move. Her opponent took an f6. That was absolutely the main thing. Anna took back with the queen on f6, and here Anna has the big threat. She is threatening to bring in her rook, I would say to e3 more than anything else, to e3 to put it into activity, and we have this beautiful bishop playing. So her opponent needs to go either to put the bishop on e6. He can do it directly, but that would absolutely be equal. He can take on g7 first. Another way of playing would be to go rook to e1 also. And her opponent is thinking, I just hope he will keep on thinking here for some time. Play like this and go rook here. I would say this is not a good move, because we have rook e4. We see we putting pressure, and I guess now we are bringing in another piece. Can we go something like bishop e6, and we are going bishop e3? I have no idea what is happening, but we are having some tactics here. And what is going to happen here? We have a check. Yeah, you see we have lots of checks here now. It's a check from them, and we will win this. So let's go back. So her opponent absolutely in this position has to stop Anna from getting the rook to e3. This was the last move played, taken back a piece on f6. And we can see Anna has this beautiful queen, but queen c6 is not really a threat, because she doesn't threat the mate. The king has this f2 escape square, so the queen is quite good here to defend the king, but it's the only thing it's doing is defending the king. And what Anna wants to do, she wants to bring her rook to e3. If Anna was to play, she would be winning with rook e3, but it's her opponent to play here now. So her opponent needs to stop the threat Anna is having. And we can see that he is thinking. He's down to 14 minutes, but it's still more time than Anna has. Her opponent has the bishop pair. Will he continue play with the bishop pair? Will he take one or will he take off one of the bishop? Yes, Anna plays very well with little time, because now he played. What did he do? And what did he do? Well, I can't see what he played. Did he play? He played rook fe1. Maybe this was the best move. He played rook fe1. He played rook to e1, and this was logical. Now Anna can't go rook e1. I would just go rook d8 here. I would actually like to go rook d8 here to just keep the pawn here now. Now I have some plans of start moving. I have some plans of taking on e1 and start moving the d pawn. So this is what I would like to go, rook a d8, just to put, we have a pass pawn here. I want the rook to be put here, and I don't want to give the e line for my opponent. I want to keep this here. I prefer to keep the both rooks active. I prefer, we can see this is tension. This was the last move. I want to keep the tension here. I think this is actually very important to keep the tension in a position like this. Don't take it away. Don't so keep it, because don't let white dominate the d file. So rook fe1 was a very logical move. Now I like Anna to go rook d8. White would be, maybe it's about equal, but maybe a little bit tiny better for white. But I will absolutely, it's absolutely fine. But I like this rook d8 just to keep the pawn behind, to keep the rook behind the pawn. And after rook d8, let's say we play, Anna played, what did she play? No, she didn't go here. She played She played rook d8. She played this good rook d8. And this is one of the moments where it's good to keep the tension here. I would say it's good to keep the tension here. Absolutely. And we can see this queen is a little bit struck here because you need to defend the bishop. You need also to defend against some mate threats. Maybe it could be that bishop c6 is a good move to play here, but this would absolutely be very difficult. And I'm just wondering, can we do some craziness? This is probably, no, this is absolutely no counterplay here, because we have queen d1, but we can just go king f2, and we don't have any more checks. We have a check here, but we go bishop e2 or maybe queen e2, and this would be winning. So we can't give away a pawn. Giving away a pawn, all the endgames would be lost now because g5 pawn is hanging. So Anna played this rook a8. This was absolutely a good move. This was the last move. She played it quickly, and now she has this plan of maybe taking on e1. I just want to see if we make a little slower. Can we take here on e1? Can we do that and go d3? Can we start going here? Can you go rook d1? No, now actually we can even take on b2. We are getting some threats here now. This is actually getting very fine for Anna. So here after rook a8, this was the last move played. When he has played, what did he play now? What did he play? Oh, I'm so exciting. What did he play? He played bishop take g7, and now Anna needs to take with the king. She needs to take with the king. Will she do that? Will she take with the king? This is absolutely what she needs to do. He took on g7, and he's going to block Anna's pawn. This is what he's want to do. He's going to block Anna's pawn. And I'm just wondering, I like to take with the king. Can you go bishop e6? But maybe we can go d3 here now. Can we take here now? What is this position? Can we take on b2? I'm wondering, can we go queen take b2 here now? No, this would absolutely be a little bit of a danger. We might have f6 here, and this would be the end of the game. So he played, I took on g7, Anna took back with the king. This was absolutely the best. I think we will see rook to bishop to e6. He wants to block this. He wants to block this. So I expect him to actually to go bishop e6. After a move like bishop e6, it could be that Anna should just keep on like this, just play rook e7. She's planning rook c7 maybe here after a move like this. But I'm just wondering here, can we go bishop a6? Could this be a move to play? No, we have queen a3 and the pawn will be falling. We don't have, I don't know what is happening. Can we take the bishop? But now we have a perpetual here. We have a perpetual. So this could absolutely be possible. Yeah, so this was played. Anna took back with the king. This is the position. This is the last move played. Anna played this well. Her opponent will either take on e8 and bishop e6. I'm quite sure he's going to do that. He didn't want to keep the bishop pair because he wanted to block. He could also go rook e6. I wonder, is rook e6 a good move or not? But we would take it, and he wants to take with the f pawn. But I am wondering, what is this? We can't go d4 because we will d6. Can we go something like bishop a6? Now we have d3 coming. Queen g2, what is happening? Can we play d3? I'm wondering. Now we have rook f1, and we have a check here. I have no idea what is getting here. We have d2 here, and this is, wow, this is actually getting so crazy here. We're taking a queen here now, and what is this? We will have this, and taking a knight. Oh, but it's very far away. It's Anna to move. He has played again. Anna played, and what did he play here now? He played queen h5. This was not a good move. He played queen h5. This was absolutely not a good move. He made a mistake here now. He made a mistake. He played queen to h5. Why is that a good move? Anna can play this, and she can go d3, rook e6. What will happen? She has queen d4 check, and after king f1, she has queen f4 check. After king here now, she can go d2 check, and this is absolutely a winning position for her. Her opponent needs to go back, and we are getting in with the king. We are getting in with the queen, and here it would actually be a mate. So the best Anna can do, he played queen h5. His plan, he wants to get in. He He wants to go, maybe, I don't know what he wants to do. But Anna, the best is to go d3. Anna can go. She can go d3, taking here, and now she can actually play queen d4 check, and now there is a perpetual here. Immediately there is a perpetual, so she can go d3 also in this position. She can take on e1 and go d3. What did she play? She took on e1. She took on e1. Did she do that? I think she took on e1. She changed the rook here, and she pushing the pawn to d3 because she see that queen d4 is coming. Queen d4 is coming. Now Anna is actually, she is better. Is this the position now? What is happening? Yes, this is what she did. She played it so well. You remember when you play with the pass pawn, the rooks are best behind the pass pawn. Here we see the rook is here on d8. The rook on e7 cannot come in. We would just grab it. They're in no danger. And this queen is more off. And also with d3, she's want to push this in. But she has queen d4, queen f4. She's getting in with her queen now here. She is getting in with her queen. Oh, this is such a beautiful way of playing, because this pawn is moving further. It's want to move to d1. It's not so easy to queen because there's a rook defending d1. There's a bishop defending d1. But it opened up for the queen to come to d4. How is her opponent going to defend this? I have no idea. Could he go? He could go maybe this. But after a check like this, if you go queen e3, do we have something else here now? We start with d2. You need to stop the pawn. And now we go queen d4. We have a check here now. We can go even. What is this hanging here now? I'm not sure what is happening. No. This becoming here. Queen f4 now here. King e2, and we can actually play bishop a6, and this would be the end of the game. So Anna plays so beautiful. This is the move. This is the position. Oh, I'm getting so exciting. What will he play? Now Anna is having in the better position. She's having a pass pawn, but she's also having an attacking position with this bishop looking towards white's king, or not to h2, but on the white square. We remember the bishop are blind, they can only play on one color, and he has played. What did he play here now? What did he play? I would say he played rook e8. He played rook e8. He played rook e8. Let's see. Now Anna has queen d4. What is he going to do against a move like queen d4? Is this a good move? Queen f1. We have queen f4. King e1, and now we have d2 check. So he will need to move the king back. We will go queen c1 here now. King f2. We will go queen d2, queen f1. We have this, and finally the pawn will moving here, king d1, and we will have bishop f3, and this would absolutely be winning. So if Anna go queen d4 check, she will be winning. She will be winning. It's her to move. She doesn't have so much time, but just bringing in the king queen is such a good move. It's just bringing in the queen is so good move. And just keep the pieces. Don't take on e8. You can take on e8, but I would say it's much stronger to keep the rook. Queen d4 check is just such a good move. It's just such a good move to play, and you keep the rook because then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces you're attacking with. This is not really attacking, but it's supporting the d pawn, and it might be that we want to give it check and the rook d needs to support it. So let's see, will Anna played? This is the last move played, not this and this. Rook e8 was played. Now her opponent want to take away one of the active pieces, but Anna is actually winning here. She is winning here with queen d4 check and queen f4. So she is, and these are the moves you first should look at when you have a position. Look at the most forceful move, and these are the check. So queen f4 would actually be winning the game. I just hope Anna will play it, but she can play other moves also. She can even take on e8, but I would prefer to keep the rook here. I would absolutely prefer to keep the rook on an e8 on d8 before. So just bring in the queen, and this is the first move to look at. Anna, she has played, and she played queen d4. This was absolutely the best move in the place. There is only one more move, otherwise white only can go king f1. Now I like queen f4, and what is her opponent going to do after queen f4? We will just give lots of checks, and finally the pawn will come to d2 with checks. This is absolutely a winning position for Anna. King f1, he has no other move to do. He has only king f1, and then Anna bring her king closer to the king. With some checks, she will bring the king closer, the queen closer to the king. Oh, I'm getting so excited. And he played king f1. Anna played queen f4 very quickly. She is having 4 minutes. This is the last move. We can see it to check. If the king comes here, we will push the pawn forward with check. We will absolutely push it forward with check. But so we will see king g1, I'm quite sure. And then Anna has, of the king g1, she has queen c1 check. This is just a very important move. And after this, you go queen. You can even go here. It doesn't matter. But you can go queen d2 check. This is absolutely such a good move. And here you have to go down. And we come here. And finally, the king is coming up. But we look at the position. Anna played queen f4 check. This is the position. She played queen f4 check. Has he played? He played king g1. It's Anna to move. Now queen c1 is the right move to play. She can go back queen d4. But she needs to keep on checking. Queen c1 is absolutely the right move to play here. Queen c1, and we can see that her g5 pawn is actually a very important pawn. Also here, it takes away this h4 square. Yeah, so it's actually an important pawn when Anna is playing. So queen c1, and Anna would be, it's going to, her d4 pawn will actually be winning. So let's see. I cannot believe that Anna will not play queen c1. It's just such a good move to play. And just be careful. Don't go queen e3. This rook is looking at both places. But queen c1 is just such a good move. And I'm so sure Anna is going to play this. I'm absolutely so sure she's going to play queen c1. She could actually repeat once if you wanted, but just to win some time. But oh, it could be that she wants to take on e8, but this is not. No, I don't want to take on g4. No, this I don't want her to do. Queen c1 is absolutely the right way. The d pawn is going to win the game, not taking on g4. Yes, the d pawn is going to win the game. So I just hope Anna takes, go queen c1, and this she played, and now queen c1, and this is the first move to look at. You remember the checks. Her opponent has only king f2 to do. Anna should just keep on checking. She should absolutely just keep on giving checks here. So, and this is the best way to play it. You keep this rook here. It's still supporting the pawn. So this is absolutely the best way to play it. Absolutely. So queen c1, check. There is only king f2. Her opponent is still thinking he has only one move to do here. Nothing else. He can go bishop d1 or rook e1, but he would just lose material. The same thing will come anyway. So he needs to go king f2. Anna will make a check on the second rank, and she is winning the game. Or she is winning what? And this is just such a what a comeback. What a comeback, because Anna has been struggling. Her opponent has played very well in the opening. He played also well afterwards, but not always the precise move. And here he wanted to still keep on playing against Anna's king, but he forgot about his own king and about Anna's d pawn. It started moving, and now Anna both has a wonderful d pawn, and she has playing against the king. So has he played here? He played king f2, and now it doesn't really matter what Anna plays. She can take the b2 pawn, she can go queen d2. She has just two very good moves. It doesn't really matter what she plays. It will be the same thing, because she will get the king, the queen to g2. So whatever she plays, it is absolutely good. But she needs to keep on giving checks. This is absolutely important. She has 2 minutes. I'm not at all worried about her time here. This is such a good position, so I'm not worried about the time at all here now. So queen d2 or queen take b2, it doesn't matter. The queen is coming to g2, and then you will push the pawn further, and this is absolutely just winning for her. So let's see what she will play. She's down to 158, but it doesn't really matter. She needs to keep making checks with the queen. She can go with the queen to d2. She can also take the pawn on b2, but it doesn't really matter. This is the last move played. This was the mass move. So she needs to keep on playing fourth move, otherwise her opponent would mate her. Her opponent is threatened mate in 2, so Anna needs to keep on she needs to keep on giving checks. She's down to 131. But both of these are absolutely fine to play for her. I would go queen d2. I would absolutely go queen d2, but it doesn't really matter. I would go queen d2 just to keep the king a little bit more further away. But I think Anna will take the pawn. But both of them are absolutely fine. It doesn't really matter what she plays here. But she needs to play. She has one more minute. She has one more minute to play for the whole game, but this should not be any. And what did she play here now? She played queen d2. This is the move I also will do. I would just keep the queen away, king away. King can only go to to f1 or to f1, otherwise it will be a mate. So the king can only go to f1, everything else will be a mate. And then we see if king comes here, we have a mate, and we see that this g5 pawn is helping with a mate. This is what I wanted to say. So her opponent needs to go king f1 and then queen g2, and we will have king f1, queen g2, and the pawn will move. So this is absolutely, Anna is having 128 for the whole game, but she has just a forced win here, and I'm sure she's going to play that. What did he play? He must play king f1, everything else will be a mate. So, and this is what he did. He put the king on f1, this is the position, and now I just like queen g2, and she played this very, very quickly, queen g2, and after king f1, Anna can go d2, and after that she has bishop f3, and she will get a new queen. So her opponent will actually, after king f1, we will have this d2 move. And here Anna is absolutely winning. Oh, what a game, what a game. But we will see the last moves, and her opponent is keep on playing. He go king e1, and now we can see that her pawn will be very, very important. She is just moving the pawn. You can see she's making all these moves in the, all these forcings move. King d1 will be played, and then finally she will bring in the bishop, and she is getting a queen. There is actually a mate in some few moves here now. There's going to be a mate in some few moves here. So her opponent needs to go king d1, and we have the bishop coming in. This is absolute. She can go also with the queen, but the bishop coming in, I would say, would be stronger, but it doesn't really matter. So d2, will he play some more moves? Otherwise this is going to be a mate very, very soon. And oh, this is going to be a mate very, very soon. Yes, we will have a mate with queen d4 in the end. But let's see if he will play some more moves or if he will resign here in this position. Anna has only 2 minutes, but it's such an easy position to play. And here her opponent resigned. Anna won the game. So happy to see that. It has been such a fight. She has been struggling. She was worse after the opening, and her opponent has played the opening very well. After that, he also played good moves, but not always the precise moves. And in the end, he was forgetting. He wanted to attack Anna's king, but instead he let Anna play with her pawn, and she got to her opponent's king, and he resigned. I will just tell you why he resigned. This is, you can go different ways. Here we have queen check, and after this move we have queen take d4, and it's mate, but we would also have an extra queen. So he resigned in this position. So now Anna is having 2 out of 4 points. 2 out of 4 points. That is very, very good. And you can see that even when you play with lower rated opponents, it's not at all easy. And it was the same also for the opponents. When Anna played against opponents with 400, with 300 points, it wasn't easy. Anna was fighting so much. She was really fighting very, very well. But finally, now Anna won. This is the 4th round. Anna is having 2 out of 4. Now to speak a little bit about the game, and I think that is very, very nice. You a little bit analyze the game. I don't know if they're not still really time for it today, but they speak a little bit about the game. So Anna has 2 out of 4. I'm getting so excited. She will be with you at any moment. She will be with you at any moment. So just stay here a little bit longer. She will come. She will tell you about the thoughts. She will, of course, be very happy, because don't forget, they have played. They played yesterday evening, or they played 2 games yesterday. Oh, I'm so confused. They played 2 games yesterday. Now they're playing 2 games. It's a lot of energy. And Anna, she struck back, she won this game. It's so nice, and winning is also giving energy. And I'm just so happy to see that. Anna is having 2 out of 4, and she's going to play another game in the afternoon. Probably she will be white. She will play at 5 o'clock. And she will just be here with you at any moment. And you can see there is the black king. Sometimes you put both kings on the board, and the black king is telling that black won, and you are actually telling the board, the electronic board, that black won. So it knows it automatically, and it's coming out. So what a game, what a fight. And chess, don't say that there's no drama in chess. It's so exciting. I'm getting so nervous also myself. But Anna, she won this game. She struck back so beautiful. And here we see the last position. So Anna will be with you at any moment. And there will be the 5th round. They are playing 9 games. This is very typical, 9 rounds. And when you play 9 rounds, even if you lose, you will play the next day also. So it's not that you are kicked out of the tournament. It's not the cup system. You play 9 games. So there are still 5 exciting games to go. And the next one will be in only 3 hours. So Anna, with 3.5 hours, it will be at 5 o'clock. So just stay a little bit longer. Anna will be with you, and she will be back playing the game at 5 o'clock. I will also be back commenting on the game, trying to explain the ideas behind the moves. And so I'm going soon to leave you. I just thought I should wait a little bit longer, a little bit more. And see, here we can see Anna and her opponent. They played 3.5 hours. That's such a long time. So now I'm leaving you. I'm saying goodbye and see you later. But stay. Anna will be with you at any moment. So bye, and thank you for watching.
Hello! I am so happy. Oh my, I am so happy. This game, I felt like he kept just attacking and being super aggressive, and he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I was just so worried. But I was trying to play a little bit faster, but the opening, there was one move I spent way too much time on, and then after that, I was like, okay, Anna, you can't like think this much the rest of the game. So I tried to play faster after that, but I did spend a lot of time at one point when he played Queen F3, because it's actually the first time that I play this opening. Actually, my mom probably doesn't know this, but she sent me some opening files yesterday, but she forgot to add like the actual, like, you know, analysis. Like, she just told me, hey, Anna, here is, like, you know, the openings, here's the opening that I want you to play today. And then she never added the analysis, and I realized this morning when I was preparing. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me improvise this. Let me play something new. So I was, like, looking at, this is so pretty, by the way. So I was, like, looking at, lines, like, you know, that people have played. And so I just found this, and I was like, let me play this. But it was the first time that I played it, and I think I got a little bit of a bad opening. I'm not sure. It was a little bit suspicious, I feel like, my opening. I felt like after the opening, I just felt like I had such a bad position. Also, look at the pool. Like, wait, maybe don't look at the pool. Wait. Okay, no. Okay, good. There's nobody. Okay. All right. Maybe don't look at the pool, but luckily there's nobody there because it's very cold outside. But yeah, I want to see this. I mean, yeah, my opening absolutely sucked. It was terrible. But let me move this around. Menorca is beautiful. Menorca is really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna show you the game now. Wait, give me a second. Oh, I'm so happy I won. I do think that I played pretty well after the opening. It was just that I got such a bad position in the opening. But I kind of felt like he just kept going. Wait, you can see like the whole here. Wait a second. Wait, we need to move. It's mirroring. Way too much. Can we?
Yeah, sure.
Because of the light. Actually, let's just go inside.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. There's too much mirroring going on here.
Yeah.
Put it like there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. You got to see the pool for a little bit, but now we're leaving that. Okay, so let me show you this. So, okay, there we go. So here we have the board. So I'm so curious to see what I did wrong in the opening because I felt like this just went wrong like really quickly. So let's go ahead and see. So my mom must have been so worried. So the reason I thought here for a moment was because I had seen that you can play b6 because in this position, I think, if knight b5, there is castles. And then here, knight takes c7 doesn't work due to bishop b4 check. I thought, and then knight here, you go knight over there. And then I think I think something like this or e5 first maybe. Doesn't matter. But I got scared that he would have something like bishop takes c7 and I forgot what I was supposed to do there. I mean, this still looked pretty good, but that's why I spent some time thinking here. So instead I just decided to just castle because it was just easier. e3, b6, bishop b7, takes. Yeah, here I think I maybe should take with the knight. I was going to maybe do that, but then I just thought that I wanted to take with the pawn because I was like, you know, there's no problems for me. Like, this is a very solid position. And he played knight e5. Okay, and here I felt like he knew a lot of theory, and I did not because I've never played this. I went knight bd7. Oh, he was blitzing out the theory moves, queen f3. Oh, and now the best move is queen c8. This is a mistake. This is the moment I spent the longest in the game. So I was going to maybe go here. This is my second option. But I got a little bit worried about just, like, what happens if you just play something like rook f d1. I don't know. I got a bit worried about my king, but maybe it's okay. I was also looking at bishop f5, but I think I have g6. Oh, no, then I have knight takes e5, exactly, because this is hanging. And then bishop takes, I have queen c6, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was in between queen c8 and taking. So then I took, and then this... Oh, this kind of became a disaster. This g6. I mean, I was lucky he was making all these moves. Queen c8. Oh, I thought f6 was beautiful. I thought f6 was beautiful. Actually, he thought it was beautiful too. He told me after the game that he missed f6. I mean, here you guys see, like, how, like, you know, not like an engine like these games are. Like, none of us are 3,000 rated. So this. Rook, what? Yeah, f5, g5. I was scared that bishop takes g5 worked, but it didn't. So queen f3, wow. But this position was so difficult. Takes bishop b3, king h8, knight here. Queen d8 was the best move. I was thinking about taking the knight, but I really wanted to keep my bishop. And then rook e1, rook here, king takes. Oh yeah, and now this, and push, and that was just good. Okay, okay. So overall, bad opening, little bit too slow, but overall, pretty good. I'm happy. I'm very happy actually. Oh, this feels so good to win. And this guy, he had also like drawn to 2100, so he was playing a pretty good game, or a pretty good tournament so far. So it feels good to win, chat. It feels very good to win. We have one more game today. I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's 1:30. Oh, it's beautiful. We have one more game today. We have round number 5 starting at 5 p.m. CEST. So in like 3 hours and 20 minutes. And before that, I'm probably going to take a nap because I didn't sleep much tonight because I couldn't sleep. Okay, I need to say something. There is someone here that is speaking very loudly every night. Very, very loudly. Every night, and laughing extremely loudly. And I am all for laughing and speaking very, I am all for that. But I have to say that I cannot sleep at night. So if you are this person and you're watching the stream, I would appreciate it. Literally at like 3 a.m. I'm hearing like, in a foreign language, like the loudest like laughter, like, and like speaking in like a different language. Extremely loud. Like I am a loud person, like I am loud. But this is like extremely loud. But I also cannot say anything because I'm filming my recaps at 1 a.m. So probably the whole hotel hates me. So, I'm not going to complain. I'm not complaining. I mean, I am equally bad, okay? I am equally bad. But anyways, I'm just making a point here, okay? Speaking of recaps, we have recaps coming of every single game on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't, been able to catch the whole stream, or if you get too nervous every stream because my time goes down too much, well, then you can watch the recaps in peace and harmony. No stress. Just to see what happened and to get a little bit more in-depth analysis of the games, because that will make you a better chess player too. You'll probably improve. So, yeah. What else? What else did I want to say? I am just really happy. Honestly, 2 out of 4. Let's make this a good tournament, everyone. Let's make this a good tournament. I had an accuracy of 92%, which after that opening, I'm really happy with. So let's make this a good tournament. 2 out of 4. I'm probably playing like a 2300 with white. I just need to draw one of these like 2400s, and then I'll be so happy. Also, people keep complaining about me having like one fake nail. Guys, this thing is like cement, okay? I've been trying to take this thing off for the past 3 weeks. All the other ones have fallen off. This one, I cannot get it off. I literally cannot get it off. I spent the whole game when I was bored trying to get my fake nail off. I cannot. It's cement. It's literally cement. Like, I don't know how to take this thing off. I don't know how people do this, but it just won't leave my finger. Like, it's like this thing just wants to stay there. Like, I cannot get it off. It's insane. Like, look. Like, it's so hard. I was able to peel it off a little bit during the game, though. Whenever I got bored, I started peeling my nail. Yeah. Anyways, I will figure it out. So yeah. All right, everyone. With this, I say goodbye to all of you. I'm actually not sure how I'm gonna raid because I don't have a laptop with me, but maybe I can raid through my phone. Can we maybe? I will try to raid through my phone. Okay, everyone. Give me a name, and I'm gonna stay here. Okay, stay here. Give me a name. Real quick, thank you so much, Stu, for the 13 months. Thank you.
Alexandra Chess.
Let's see. Who is... Okay. Is it just Alexandra Chess? Is that her username?
Yeah.
Alexandra Chess, yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, everyone. I'm going to raid Alexandra. With this, I say goodbye to all of you. Be back in 3 hours because that's when we're going to have round number 5. Very exciting. I'm going to eat some food because I'm really hungry. I didn't have time for breakfast. I only had beans and 1 croissant and I left half of the croissant. So, I'm going to have a nap. I'm going to have some food. I'm going to film the recap. We're going to publish another recap. We got plenty of things to do. And then we're going to win a chess. Ow! I just got a banana thrown at me. And then... thanks, Ludwig. And then we're gonna win a chess. That's the plan. So everyone, have a yeah. I'll see you soon. Bye YouTube chat. Bye Twitch chat. Take care. I'll see you in 3 hours. Be back. Don't miss it. It's gonna be the time I hopefully don't lose against a stronger rated player. I really want to try to win or draw. Okay, everyone. Bye. See you later. Wait, don't do anything. Ludwig. Wait. Okay. Wait.